Awesome, awesome, awesome. Face down in defensive position, Scientist? Huh? Huh? How's it going, guys? Happy 1 year anniversary for playing Daggerheart. Yeah, they're about to do a live stream. So, Darrington Press are literally in 14 minutes about to do a birthday live stream where they're going to be announcing a bunch of stuff. And when they do this, they like tend to announce a lot of stuff. And there's already been one big announcement, which I think maybe they let slip early by accident, which is the Age of Umbra Season 2 announcement, which is July 9th, I think. But there's going to be more. So we are going to live stream watching their live stream. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. So I'm going to try and steal one or two of their, however many hundreds of people are watching theirs. Good for them, by the way, on the Age of Umbra 2, having mostly new cast members. That cast looks genuinely awesome as well. Genuinely awesome. You guys might be wondering, you know, what do you get out of like chilling with me watching it when you can watch them? And I kind of agree with you. You probably should be watching them, but there is a big difference. I kind of need your help on this one, which is that we can play bingo. So I was trying to get a bunch of things that could happen during this live stream, predictions, if you will, that we can like mark off if they do them. So I've got a few already. I've got if they say we're just getting started, if they show some cool artwork that we've not like seen before, if they talk about new actual play partnerships with another, like there's another channel doing a Daggerheart actual play, if they announce a new adventure. And I was like, what else can I do on here? What can be on here? So I think a good one is someone gets way too close to the camera, because they tend to do that a lot. They get too close to the camera. Critical Role original cast appearance, because I don't actually know. I don't know what's happening here. If it's gonna be like include like the Critical Role crew, or if it's just gonna be a Darrington Press thing. So if we get like a Mercer or a Travis or a Sam appearance, how do you spell appearance? Yeah. So throw your suggestions at me. We've got 3 more to fill. A new merch. Yeah, they already have announced the dice, but certainly like new merch. Yeah, I'm including like a GM screen and stuff in that. That's good. New domain or class. I don't think they will do that, but like I guess we need some hard ones. New void content's good, actually. That goes with the new domain. Yeah, new void content, because that is kind of pretty huge. And one more. We can add like more layers if we come up with a new actual play. I like that as well. New official actual play, and by that I mean like either on the Critical Role channel or on the Darrington Press channel. Original. Yeah, when I say original, I mean like the main like 7. Because obviously the Critical Role cast is like blown up now. I think just Chris and Jeremy mention is a good one. Let me add another one to this. Let's do, what are we now? 3x3? 4x4? Oh my god, it increases so much. I guess that's maths for you. Okay, let's fill these out. We have 10 minutes. Chris and Jeremy, like... I'm just going to say Chris and Jeremy, and that can be them appearing, or them being mentioned, or their book being talked about, or anything like that. I think New Void is solid, and that's on there. Otis appearance? Yeah, like, what about just animal as well? It will be the dog most probably, but I think that works. Or they'll just be streaming the new Quick Start adventure. No, this is like a big celebration of announcements, as I understood it. Hope and Fear teasers. Yeah. Hope and Fear teasers. What was that noise? Why is my thing being slow? The Silent Rogue. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Silent Rogue. Brennan Lee Mulligan. Bailey for an innuendo. If Bailey's even in it, that's the thing. But I do like that. I do... yeah, let's get some hard ones. Let's say, like, Bailey in your endo. I don't think Brennan will be talked about much on this, but I think that's a good solid one. Like, if there's just like a Brennan Lee Mulligan mention. Free RPG adventure teasers, maybe. I want something spicier. I want something. They announced changes to the CGL. There, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they do that. Is the Daggerheart live stream today? It is in 8 minutes time. In fact, let me get that page up. Unless I've got it wrong, unless it's tomorrow, and I just have to like end this stream. And I did that last time, I think. Darlington Press. Yeah, it's right now. It's happening right now. All right. Yeah, costume's good. Like, I'm happy with like stuff like that. So let's say like costumes, and then we just need one more. And this can be like a real wild card. Like someone spoils something. Should we do that? Like someone says something they shouldn't, or alludes to something they shouldn't. Someone spoils or alludes to something they shouldn't. Because they get close to doing that a lot. They're like, "Oh, can we talk about that yet?" In fact, that's a better phrase. Like, can we talk about that yet? Can we talk, or are we allowed to talk about that? How's that? I think that's solid, right? Anyone think I should replace anything with anything else? Stream's a bit loud. Thank you. Turn it down. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I'll get this back. So here's what we've got. We're just getting started. If they say those words, which I would put money on the fact that they will, we get that guy. Sure. I don't really. No, I don't want to join. Just generate me that thing. So we have. Oh, it's randomized. We've got if they show some cool artwork that we've not really seen before, that I've not really seen before. So new actual play partnerships with other channels or other like organizations, new merch, Hope and Fear teases. Someone gets way too close to the camera. Chris and Jeremy are mentioned or make an appearance. Someone's in some kind of costume. Brennan Lee Mulligan. New Void content. Bailey innuendo, if Bailey's even in it. But I'm tempted to open it up to general innuendos if she's not making an appearance. Critical Role cast appearance. So if Laura Bailey is in there making an innuendo, we've got both these guys. New adventure. An animal appears, like a dog, for example. They say we're just getting started. They talk about a new official actual play, or they say something they shouldn't. Are we allowed to talk about that yet? I think that's a pretty solid one. We still got 5 minutes. Call it forbidden knowledge. Ah! Well, I can't change it now. I don't even know how I mark them off. How does this work? I've never used it before. Edit. Forbidden knowledge. Save. How do I mark these? It says preview. Well, we'll just remember it, I guess. What? Click play online. Alright, so if I click this now, because I just clicked that, it will... No. Share edit. Print. Shopping of title and call list. I guess it's not made for that. I guess it's made... Play online. Let me play online. Full screen? Why? Why would that happen? Go... Scramble? Are you sure you want to scramble the call list? Okay. Very confusing. Anyway, how is everyone? What's going on, guys? Welcome to Unk Doesn't Know How Bingo Works. The announcement's in... It's... The birthday live stream is in 3 minutes. And they've said they're going to have announcements. So, we'll see. Let me try that. Let me download it and see what's what. Yeah. I think you guys are right. Because then I can, you know, blah. If it comes up. If it comes up. I might be way off on none of these. If they don't say we're just getting started, I'm going to rage quit the stream. Oh, Artificer's good as well. Artificer would have been a good one for the bingo card for sure. Ah well. What's happening? Maz presents. We're playing Bing. We're playing Bing. Oh. But yeah, I don't know what to expect here. I do not know what to expect here. I must... Wait. Oh, God, I was behind. We just went one in time. Oh, yeah, I think they might talk about some new monsters as well, right? Or environments as well. We'll see. We'll see. It's almost 1 AM there. Oof. You've had to tell me. Time travel isn't illegal yet. Just want to say thank you. I started a Witherwild campaign with my son. It's been an awesome adventure so far. With your tips and tricks, he loves all... No, dude, Kellen, I think that's you. That's all you, and you know it. Don't thank me, but thank you for the compliment. Bing. Oh. Let me know how it sounds, guys, as well. Arcane, thank you for the many gifted subs. Holy crap. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We are so honored to be spending it with you. Thank you for coming here and celebrating. My name's Elise Resendez.
All right.
I'm your senior RPG producer over here at Daggerheart.
I'm Spencer Stark.
I'm Rowan Hall. We're game designers on the team.
We have a lot of people here today. Oh, but you're mic'd. Keep introductions.
Jeremy Crawford, game director. I'm Matt.
And you got to go up and you got to pass it down.
I'm Sean Ellis. I'm the visual development artist. And I was art director on Hope and Fear.
And
We're
next,
costumes.
Hello, I'm Vico Ortiz, and I played Age of Umbra Season 2, and it was a lot of fun.
Who we got in there?
Hi, I'm Madigan, and I am a games producer.
We got Mercer.
Where's Danny?
Who's hiding back here? Hi, I'm Danny Gage, and I'm the dev coordinator on Daggerheart.
We got Chris and or Jeremy. I didn't
I'm
see.
Matt number 2, and I'm the art director.
I am Sadie Lowry. I'm a developmental editor for
Okay.
Daggerheart.
Yay!
My
We
name's
got 3
Rob.
so far.
I'm a game designer.
And then there's just a lot of people here. We're so
Milo.
Hello, I'm Chris, creative director, and this is Milo.
Oh, Animal.
He wants
Yeah, you guys were on this. You guys were on this.
Dean. Welcome, everyone. We're here. We've got a
You
bunch
go-
of
this
stuff
is-
that we're going to be doing today.
Yes.
We're so
What a
excited.
showing straight off the bat.
We're going to start off talking with all of you joining us live in chat. So we have a huge part of the team here, so ask us anything. We have the chat up here so we can answer questions as we go.
Now they got to talk about the new
You may
merch.
have
Are those
questions that
daggers?
span, through the entire year since we launched the game. So I know that there's been, we've been hard at work developing what's coming next. So we've been heads down, but we want to answer your questions. We want to be here to chat with you. Yeah.
Oh, Rob, that guy, the funniest one on the reel
Yes,
that
the
we did.
one funniest one on the IG reel. There he is. He was on the Black Sabbath shirt on the in that video that we did.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite jokes that I think I've at least said 5 times now, which is one of our communities. I hate Santa gets everywhere.
Let me know if it's not
I know.
loud
Milo's
enough
the
for
most
it,
important
if it's
member
too
of the
loud.
design team now. It's canon. Yes,
We
absolutely.
do have a sticker that every once in a while is sent, and it says Milo approved. So sometimes we know
right,
that
I
our
forgot that we made that.
sometimes we know our work is approved.
Yeah, Hope and Fear box down
We're
here.
just getting started. We are just getting started. That's
Dogs
true.
and Daggerheart.
Like
when?
the
Soon?
limited edition one.
Wild cards. we
On
want
top
more.
of the original.
MOAR.
MOAR. Yeah, we want to do more wild cards. So.
We've got another batch.
Wait,
in the
here's a
works.
really good one. What
Okay.
has been your happiest mistake that made it into the
You know
final
what?
finished product?
One of my things was going to
I've got an
be.
immediate
I
answer.
forgot it was going to be
They
Spencer
doesn't get
Stark
the benefit. They
with
doesn't
crazy
get-
hair,
They doesn't
but
get
his
the
hair pretty. I'd say tame
Make it
today.
into the final.
But
Soft
Soft
the rope
Rope
didn't make it
is
into the final.
fresh.
Soft the rope is excellent.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Oh, we found one 2 months ago. Danny,
No,
did
we
you
didn't.
find
You
that?
heard it just getting started.
we
Oh,
We found one 2 months ago. There is I think the Mastery subclass
This is way too
card
easy.
has a double gold border.
Yeah, that's right.
And we hadn't found it for
oh
like
no,
9
guys, I
months.
can't hear
So
anything
Mia
'cause my
was
headset just ran out of battery.
No, but we found that one.
Are they saying?
That's not my favorite. I don't
Hold
like
on.
that one.
Someone sent out a question, but did Daggerheart and I have the same
I
birthday?
don't know what they're saying. I'm
Oh,
probably saying
happy
anything
birthday.
right
Well,
now.
happy
Oh,
birthday.
Wait,
You guys are my ears.
Taylor on the CR crew is also, it's the
Oh,
Taylor's
really?
birthday today, so happy birthday to Taylor. as well,
Amazing.
which
Happy
is
birthday,
exciting.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Dogs and Daggerheart, we have the werewolf coming out, which
do.
is
It's a puppy.
There we go.
technically a puppy.
This is a Danny. Someone said they see Danny.
Hi, that is Danny. I see a Danny. Mechanic Crafter class on the radar.
Matt's
I
being
would love to do
real
a
coy
Mechanic
back there.
Crafter
Like that.
Matt Mercer.
Mechanized kind of thing. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Oh, somebody, it's not a question, but I went from never touching a TTRPG to GMing my first game for 9 players.
Wow.
Jeez. And also complete noobs. They're loving it. Thank you. Daring to Press
Nine's
for the world
crazy.
giving us Daggerheart.
For the
Oh,
first, for your
sorry.
first
How do you feel
game.
about libraries playing Daggerheart, which is fun because our
best.
local library plays Daggerheart sometimes, and that's the best.
What's the
What's the
WW's
combination for
interest?
class you most excited for? And are there any ideas you've had that have been really difficult to implement in Daggerheart mechanics?
Uncombined domains. What would you want to do? Shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
Our wedge is empty for a lot.
A brand new domain. Well, we're already working on Blood, which has been in the void. The feedback has been great, and you're going to all get to see more of Blood coming up, along with many other things
more
we're
things.
cooking up.
Midnight and Sage?
I mean, Midnight Sage is really interesting to me. Yeah, I'm trying to think about if there's anything that stands out to me. I mean, I really wanted to do like an assassin kind of class, so we have that in Hope and Fear.
CC
and
Bell,
when
what's
it
going on?
comes to combos, I'm intrigued by anything involving Splendor.
Yeah,
I like Splendor a lot as well.
Working on some stuff with that.
I think one of the
Rob
things
said Splendor Dread.
I think armor was really hard to implement. We were working on that until the last couple of months of the game. I'm trying to think about other things that were like really tough. I mean, I think figuring out the balance just between like,
Spencer's hair is on point.
Mechanical, like how do
I like it a lot.
we support the place on the spectrum between like a PBTA or Forge in the Dark and like D&D or Pathfinder? Like how do we, what does that space look like? I think that exploration.
Dreading Codex will be a cool necromancer.
If I ask you to homebrew, is it homebrew?
That's the big question.
Oh, we got another Critical Role original cast member. Oh, Liam's there as well. I think I'm in the way of Liam, but it's Alison and Liam over there.
If it's unpublished and it's just for our tables, then it can be homebrew.
Someone said they've been playing TTRPGs for 27 years, and this is the first time they've run a game. And their players love
The hardest one of our bingo list is honestly the Laura Bailey innuendo. She might be here, but we don't know.
Oh, thank you.
The Bubble Witch.
This is the return of my Bubble Witch tiara. For any of you who saw that video.
I love that.
Oh, an artificer. I know. I want my tinkery little guy.
God, there's just so much stuff we want to build. It's funny. I was just telling somebody the other day. It was like there's 1,000 things I want to build, and we have to choose like 5, and that's the hardest part.
I also wonder
is that you have to choose what you're going to do.
If this is like a legit party for them, and they're like they've shown up, they have to do the live stream, and then it's just I presume it's just the party afterwards, like a work party. And I'd love to know. It might be that people arrive later for the party and they come and say hi on the live stream. But like, how long have they been partying before this?
We're gonna get there.
Like, what's in that cup?
I know it can basically be wordsmith bard, but pictomancer artist class?
I feel like we
Matt's looking suspicious. I don't even see Matt. He's
on that. If we had to make a pictomancer.
He's not on the screen.
Yeah.
He's so well hidden.
Why is Matt so scared?
Oh, what inspired your creation of Age of Umbra campaign frame? What do you like most about that campaign frame in general?
I like games with Umbra.
Maybe he has been drinking.
Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday.
Well, when we were developing Daggerheart in particular, like a lot of the settings and the mood, it was meant to be this kind of vibrant, inviting, colorful high fantasy space. And as we were developing the campaign frames, and we were all discussing what each of the different designers would carve their own spaces. I, as many people know, am a big Soulsborne lover. I'm a From Software kid through and through.
So there's no new merch on the desk. It looks like
that's a space.
It's new merch, but like nothing's that's not been announced.
Milo, it's my turn.
I was hoping to see a GM screen situation.
I'll take care of it. Thank you.
Oh God.
Yeah,
okay, did we have
it felt like a
designer Vetton's dog on here? No, we didn't.
In Daggerheart, we wanted to show that not only could the game support that in a very meaningful way, but it's also a space that I actually wanted to play some games with. So that was kind of the inspiration.
Well, and like developing mechanics that for the people that love that style of play, we could dive in and make. You can make some small tweaks that would really allow you to make that genre.
I'm surprised they're not also streaming on Twitch.
And just show people how.
I wonder if there's a.
If you want
I guess
to play
technically they're not.
You can do that. You can just.
No, they can do that now.
Homebrew a couple of mechanics and then you're set.
Yeah. Also, what I love about the system is by nature it's a great core system and then it's a massive toolbox of things that you can not touch or piecemeal or throw it all in there and utilize. And each campaign frame is in its own right its own little toolbox that you can either use for that or just take the pieces of it you want for anything else. And
you made some nasty things for the second season.
There was big inspiration from Cortex in that, which Cortex is actually a toolbox game, and it isn't quite the level of toolbox.
One thing I love about these guys is they're very open about taking inspiration from other things, and they don't hide it. They're just like, yeah, this is like, we just love Zelda, so we just did a Zelda thing. We just did a Bloodborne thing. We love what this other system did, so we just kind of took that mechanic.
Unkillable. I say unkillable.
No, ally.
Buddy.
Quest giver.
He is a quest giver.
Whomever was in charge of the art really played with the complementary color of the art. Love it. Purple, yellow, green, red. Sean, you can talk about a lot of the color in Daggerheart and like the work that went into that.
Get over here.
I like the new colors. I know some people were like, why is it not the same color system? Why does Fear look good? But I appreciate the subversion.
We've made sure that that was a primary color used for all that stuff, so you know what kind of domain you're looking at when you just saw the art. We also made we combined those color associations when doing subclasses because each subclass is made out of 2 domains, so it just made sense to do that. And you know, it just kind of followed through with that.
Well, I was going to say, we also, I mean, you know, just coming up with the color palette, like we talked a lot about the vibrancy of the world and how we didn't want it to be like, sort of like grays and browns and blacks, but like we wanted purples and pinks.
We wanted it to be, we wanted to make use of everything because you can do anything, so we wanted it to be as vibrant as the worlds as you were probably going to be making with this game.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
Well, thank you for all your hard work.
Yes,
awesome.
It's fun.
And all the beautiful sketches and all of
oh my God, there's so many beautiful sketches.
Sean's everywhere in Daggerheart. Well, we have a lot more to get to, but keep your chats coming. Questions we'll be probably do a little roundup, but we've got some fun things to talk about.
We have some things that are headed our way.
We have a lot of things to look back on, but there's much more that we're building towards coming into the future. We have some recaps, we have some updates, some announcements. We're very excited to share a lot with you all. So I think if we're ready, we can just kind of dive in, which is very exciting. So we have a big localization roundup.
For those of you who don't know what localization is, we should explain. It's translation to other languages. I didn't know what localization was before we started doing it.
Making it local. And we have a lot. And we have somebody who's been working very, very, very hard on that. The lovely Sadie.
Hello, hello. Daggerheart is going to continue making its world tour. The German version of Daggerheart, both
what's going on?
and the deluxe version, are set to release on July
6th,
colors,
Chris. Yeah.
Hand in hand with the Critical Role live show in Germany, where Pegasus Spiele will be hosting a release event at the Funtainment store in Berlin on July 7th.
And then Black Book editions.
So I'm just scanning the screen in the background to see if there's
in July,
anything.
You've been working so hard on all of the translations.
Yes, I love
every single page is looked at by the lovely Sadie when going through all of this, which is incredible.
Lost without you teaching yourself languages you didn't previously know.
It's so true.
I love it. I love looking at how Daggerheart is interpreted across the world.
Yeah.
And then as a reminder, you can find the Brazilian Portuguese Daggerheart with Jumbo Editoria and the Italian from Archeron Games. We've had those coming out, or we have had those, they are out. And we're also continuing our development of the Spanish translation through Devere, and have also begun the early stages of creating a Hungarian version of Daggerheart with our new partner.
What's
and
there are
what's
a
the
bunch of other
costume
languages we also can't talk about right now, but we have other languages.
Maybe it's just what they had in the, because I know they've got like a.
We also can't speak them, so
it's
we're very lucky.
We're really excited for other people to be able
to
play.
We have other people that can speak them doing
this.
this.
I thought it was forbidden knowledge for a second.
We have updates from collaborators like Serious Dice and Dispel Dice, as well as a list of many other partners in active development, from Inside Editions to Ghostfire Games, Demiplane, Roll20, and Alchemy,
Did I not have one for
and
that?
more. And you can check out all in the news. You can check out all the news in the link in the description below.
I believe it is at daggerheart.com/birthday, which is very exciting.
I want to point to a part of the screen that's like not where it is.
I know.
Here, there, down there.
Everywhere.
Look.
It's good they talk about who's producing it, yes. I don't think these guys could go anywhere near AI without getting destroyed, so that's good. Not that they would. Plus I saw a thing recently where Matt was saying how he hates it.
With Foam Brain Games. More details about their line of accessories at daggerheart.com/birthday.
And then we get to see some math rocks who would like to roll some things. We have an early prototype. I have a small table off to the side here that's covered by a black cloth because I have secrets even from our team over here. We have some incredible new prototypes from Botch Dice. They're releasing an assassin, a brawler, a witch, and a warlock 9-die RPG
That's
class
cool.
set. Each comes with a standard polyhedral array, but they also come with their own themed Hope and Fear D12s. So we have a first look coming over here as we speak. Oh my god.
This is new merch.
Nobody's seen these.
Meaning we did the bingo.
I haven't seen them
but we'll...
So this is the warlock. This is the assassin. And then we have the witch. And we have the brawler.
It's not as exciting. It's exciting, it's cool, but it's just a set of dice for the next extra D12 or an extra 2D12, so
Okay, close up. They have a
I like it when they're like a
technology
different
that
shape,
what is it
you
called?
know?
I don't know, but that's going to be on camera.
I know that you have a cool name for the technology.
But actually the art and the numbers on them look really cool.
It's almost like a spot
like UV. A UV,
yes.
Yeah, like a spot UV on the dice.
Okay, that's cool.
They're raised, they're really vibrant, they print really beautifully.
They roll so well.
Yeah, they're very cool.
So I'm really excited about these because you can get, your own for your.
What's happening? It's bingo. Bingo, simply. Look, the O. Is it like very clearly?
D4s, yes. Those.
It's actually bingo.
They're so pretty. And speaking of some of the classes in Hope and Fear, I think we might have some Age of Umbra recap news, which is very exciting.
We leave these? I guess we'll leave these. Yeah. You stay here.
Yeah, they're not.
All right, you stay there. Excuse me.
It's not as like you just kind of choose between the two colors, I guess, but neither like give like this is definitely fair, this is definitely Hope.
In case you weren't aware, we announced earlier today some exciting news for our new season of Age of Umbra.
Age of Umbra.
Shadowlands. Joining me here is a player for this campaign.
Huge.
Vico Ortiz, to talk a little more about the show. Vico, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, first of all, it's really funny because Shadowlands sounds like my brother's name, Salo. But that's not what I'm talking about.
It's a familial tie-in,
It's
really.
a familiar, yeah. This new standalone series kicks off July 9th with myself.
Me as the GM.
Yes, you as the GM. A new group of characters adventuring in the dangerous, blasted lands of a dying world.
Yes.
And joining me at the table are fellow players Laura Bailey, which you all
Huge.
know, Abubakar Salim, everyone's girlfriend, Jennifer English, and Zach the Bold, playing an extremely eclectic mix of misfits, outcasts, and survivors as they wander the way
It's so fun how they're playing Zach the Bold, who's like a huge shorts influencer and content creator in his own right now, like he's on YouTube. And I'm pulling Jennifer English from the more traditional voice acting world is
Stay tuned
it's good.
for more reveals of
It's a good
character
cast.
art, which I'm so excited about, and more ahead of the July 9th premiere. July 9th.
Coming up, friends. And while Age of Umbra Shadowlands is completely
I here,
standalone,
July
you do not
9th?
have
I
to
might
watch
be
the first season to enjoy this.
out
It's
the
its own
country.
unique story and an own unique part of the world. You can dive in ahead of time by watching our original Age of Umbra series if you'd like, or you can read
Yeah,
the
I don't
campaign
get back
frame for it
until
in the Daggerheart course.
Actually, I get back
that
when
kind
it'll
of
go out
started
on
this
YouTube
whole
on the 13th.
mini-series inception. So you can learn more at daggerheart.com/Umbra.
I do recommend watching the first season because it's
Some
glorious.
OG critical. We've got the OG already. I've circled the ones. We got
circumstances of like, okay,
Chris Carroll original cast.
kind of more or less learning to
What we need
series. I had a little bit of experience with
is
But also, we were just telling you
someone to get really close to the
game was
camera.
Daggerheart was not printed yet. We were in the middle of mass manufacturing when you guys got the PDF to be able to start filming that first season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm finding out right now that this was like pretty brand new. It felt very much like, it felt very polished to me, but I am so thrilled to.
Dude,
to
if
be,
Dimension 20 did
part of
Daggerheart,
the
oh
new
man,
Beyond
I'd be all over
because-
that.
so happy to have you.
That'd be wild.
Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a blast, truly. I am just so mesmerized by everyone's storytelling, and truly, every single cast member brought their A game.
What was that? They're saying they've already filmed it?
I would come
Which would
to
make sense, I guess.
the hotel every day and just be like, I really went somewhere. Who needs sports? I feel my core was engaged. I was sweaty.
Who needs
I
sports?
needed a towel. I was drinking beverages all day. I'm like, I'm deeply hydrated. I'm snacking. I am engaged. Truly, though, I had a blast.
I remember logging in and watching as you all were filming, and Abu's voice came on, and I was like, sorry, what?
Oh.
Just spun that man.
Yeah. Who needs the rumble table when you have
I
a
know.
booth?
Who needs a rumble table when you have that man?
Oh, that rumble table. The Puerto Rican in me came out several times.
Dude, if we got Murph D20
I did
DM
not
season
know
with
the
Daggerheart.
table
Yes, we've never
literally
had a
rumbled.
Murph DM.
I did not know it actually
Dimension 20.
vibrated.
Which I think is a crime. Apparently he's so busy with NavPod though, like it's so successful that he just doesn't have time.
You guys aren't ready for Vigo's character.
So excited.
You make some choices in this that I am still continuously going like bold and awesome.
I am still sweaty about them, just thinking about it. I relived them. I'm like, was I there? I think I was there. I really just.
Yeah,
I'm
interested in their filming situation because the way they said that they went to the hotel every day and thought about what they just did makes me think that they did like 8 sessions, 8 days in a row.
I don't know. Do I need to talk to
Which
my
would be
therapist?
one of the
Like,
easiest ways to film it.
That's Age of
But
Umbra.
man, that must be exhausting,
really
especially
is. It
for
really
the DM, GM.
Matt. We're all just chilling. Nothing bad happens.
I'm gonna make you
an actual play you can't refuse.
About time to come and watch our channel. No,
so good.
Yeah, so happy to have you. It's gonna be so fun.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
We got to do more. This is good.
Yes. I mean, my parents now want to play, so listen.
God, yes, I love it so much.
And you're playing tomorrow?
And I'm playing tomorrow. I know. I'm so excited.
What if we played a game with all of our moms?
Oh, yeah, good. Good.
What's the pun everyone's thinking
I
of?
can GM for my mom as long as my dad's not at the table. Because all they do is flirt with each other, and it makes me vomit. Don't all me!
No, that would make me
Great for
awkward.
me, my parents!
I deeply feel your pain, and that is horrible for you, and it's
I'm
very
grateful
dark.
they still like each
It's
other.
really good.
I would be terrified because my dad is a Leo and my mom is a Scorpio, and it's really funny to see their energies come through at like game because my dad, very Leo, very big hair, very roar, and my mom is a Scorpio. Every now and then, I'm gonna try to do this without the microphone. She's like with her tail just like waiting, and every now and then, Sabab comes in with something, and my dad is like, "Whoa, where did that come from?" And I feel like if I ever GM for a game, I'm gonna really have to call my therapist or a lawyer.
Those are I have two options. I have 2 wolves inside of me. One of them is a lawyer, and one of them is a therapist. Oh, we have some adventure news.
Yes.
Rob,
You may have heard that we released a new birthday adventure in DPG game stores and online with Start Playing Games. Well, now you can bring the Wish Thief to your own table because it's available for free to everyone on shop.critroll.com.
Okay, new adventure.
It was coming
Got.
to you, and it is. It's coming. It's on the website
Right now?
Meow?
Meow.
Is it meow? It's meow.
Right meow.
All right, I'm gonna play that
so
live
much about,
next
and
time.
you wrote The Wish Thief,
Yes.
which is
Next
very
week, probably.
birthday, adorable, themed.
Yes.
Give everybody a little flavor of what
No,
they can
I didn't know it was
expect.
out until just now. How long
Okay,
has it been
well, it
available?
has a very
Or do you mean like, did I get a chance to read it?
Infant goblin
Did I get like an
princess.
early copy? I didn't get an early copy,
I'd
so.
die
Yeah,
for her.
I would die. I would kill for
I would
her.
kill for her.
And
I might.
She's turning one.
Yep.
So you've been invited to.
Grelic,
to her
thank you for the
birthday party,
follow.
Gifting ceremony, and things don't go according to plan, and it's the party's job to.
So Travis
figure
is
out,
there.
Make it right.
Yeah. It's really fun, and in particular, Rob did an amazing job with implementing some fun mechanics for like a sort of mystery interrogation of people kind of thing.
There's papercraft.
There's papercraft involved.
You get to use scissors.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope it's really fun for you.
Great.
Q-Box, nah, it's all good, man.
Oh, what if you're not allowed to use scissors?
That's on.
Chris
You gotta
asked.
talk to your parents
You
about
weren't
that, Chris.
legally allowed, right?
Tell
And we'd
Milo
have
to use
a
the Duke Claw.
paper
You
trail.
have to tell Milo you have to use the Dew Claw. And we have some more adventure news. Chris,
Yes,
would you
Chris,
like to
come on.
join us?
Oh,
Chris.
go on,
Because
Chris.
we know people have been asking
Yes,
for a lot of
people have
adventures.
been asking for adventures, and we've heard you, and
We have a little
we have
treat.
news.
Come here.
Milo's off the map. Oh, baby. Hi.
It's a boy.
Thank you.
That's fair, Q-Box.
So, Elise, what do Daggerheart players
Yes.
want more than cheaper gasoline?
Oh,
A
well,
GM
they definitely
screen.
want cheaper gasoline, but I'm pretty sure that they want adventures.
Yes,
Oh,
and so
okay.
what we're doing is we are putting together an adventure pipeline. And what the pipeline is we stick adventures in it, and they go out the other end, and sploosh, you have adventures for your home campaign. And we're just going to keep throwing more adventures into this pipeline. The Wish Thief is one of these.
It's our first. So
Sploosh go
there's
the
this-
adventures. What? Liam is adopting Milo.
I'm only here for Milo.
We're all only here for Milo. Yeah, we're very excited. So what's going to be...
This is live, so they have someone on the cameras.
We have a series of adventures.
Like jumping between these
spanning from tier 1
close-ups.
to 4.
It's impressive.
But by the end of this year, you're going to have a bunch of new adventures. Some are going to be larger, like the Wish Thief. Some are going to be smaller. All of them are going to be free, and they're all going to be at shop.critroll.com. So you can take a peek there. We are going to be, we're building them right now. We have a bunch of folks that are in-house, but we know that there are a ton of adventures that are wanting, so we're going to be spanning different genres, different themes, different tones, etc.
Exactly.
I'm glad they're free, but why?
We're working on them, and we've got a very diverse crew outside who are going to be joining the fray, hopping on the adventure train.
It's the adventure train. Choo-choo. So we have a bunch more coming now, which is great.
Like, by that I mean, like, are they going to make more to sell as well, or are all adventures from them officially just going to be free?
Thank you, Milo. Do you have anything to tell the people?
He has nothing.
What's the... I guess they just want people playing the game more than anything. I guess that's the... Like, they don't want to make money, they want people to play the game.
Oh, buddy. Oh, baby.
Hi. So I'm really excited to say that Taylor Ash, who I've been friends with since middle school, and her composing partner, Lindsay Dills of Duology, they have brought us the Daggerheart theme. And now this truly beautiful score is going on the internet, so you can use it for all of your adventures. We are so thrilled. We love their work so much. You can find the Daggerheart main
They're doing
on
solid
Spotify,
financially, I think.
Apple Music,
Though it's weird,
a
because it
bunch
gets
of other streaming
mixed up,
services that
right?
name I
It's
don't
like...
know.
It's all over the place. And the really exciting thing is this comes
If
with
they
a
can afford,
royalty-free
like,
license, because these two
you know,
beautiful beings gave it to us
Jeremy
for
Crawford
free,
and Chris
and now
Perkins,
they're
they
giving
must
it
be
to
okay,
all of
but
you,
is
which
that
means that you can use
Critical
it
Role
on
money paying for that,
your
or is that
streams
Daggerheart
for
money paying for that?
Daggerheart in your games at home, etc. So it is their gift to you, and it is our privilege to be able to help share that with
Adventure.
It was their idea
Yeah.
to make a theme for Daggerheart.
Get them
and we
hooked,
were just having
then
the
make
privilege of
them
running
pay.
with it. So if you like their music, please check out the Duology, because they have so many great scores for so many different genres. Check them out. They're friends of the family.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they might be pumping them out just to get, like,
if we have our way, if people like their
to
music,
catch
maybe
up
we
to
should
other
compose
TTRPGs
some
that have those
campaign
years
frames.
of adventures.
Albums.
I want
Maybe we
all of
should do some more music with them, which would be really, really great.
They're the best.
So they are the best. Yeah. They're very excited.
Okay, we have a Jeremy.
A Jeremy?
Maybe she misspoke. Oh, you mean from the shop thing? I don't know. We'll find out.
All right. I wore a tiara today largely because of what I'm about to announce, because it is a royal announcement.
Because it's king shit.
It is an announcement that so many of you who love to create your own content for Daggerheart are going to be excited about. And that is, we are finally able to share that we are going to be adding Hope and Fear to the Daggerheart SRD.
Reddit, are you happy now, Reddit?
That
Jesus Christ,
upgrade
Reddit.
to the SRD is going to reach all of you along with Hope and Fear itself when it releases later this year. And so we will have more details as we get closer to launch. And we cannot wait to see what you all are going to do with the amazing tools that are in Hope and Fear. Whether you are exploring new transformations, you're inspired by the adversaries there, you are going to do some
That's just smart business, yeah.
wonderfully spooky design
Yeah.
with the
A lot of people
red
online
domain,
were very worried they weren't going to
something
do it. I
else
was like,
that
well,
we
just
haven't
let's wait
even imagined.
and see, because,
I love it
you
when
know,
they break the
Hope and
game.
Fear's not going to be out for a few more months
So
anyway.
when Daggerheart sold out week 2, the first time, one of the things that we all sort of got into an office about was like,
Damn you,
okay,
wrong.
the
I don't know,
next
the
book, we
Daggerheart
have a
official
plan for what
setting
the next
may
book
still come
was,
out.
and we needed to
I don't think
break
so,
the
though.
idea of that and rebuild what the next book was going to be. And when Hope and Fear
When
solidified,
we like coalesced around what that was going to be, which was essentially an expansion to Core.
Yes. All of it is so load bearing. So ever since that moment, we knew that, like, rebuilding the timeline, redesigning what the next book was going to be, we knew that this book had to go in the SRD. It was without a doubt the right, because it's so all of the mechanics, all of the lore, any of it is so load bearing.
And we want people to like play with transformations, and we
Yes,
want
that's
people to
technology
play
we
with
want
the
them to
dread
have.
deck and like.
But this really
all
sounds
that
like
kind of stuff is really
future
important to us,
books
and so
won't,
we're gonna be
which is
updating
like,
that.
I guess,
all that
what
material
other
alongside other Daggerheart
TTRPGs
content
do
and
with
the
their
community.
own SRDs.
We are not going to talk about a legal document until I've
legal.
made it. But how that is going to look, Travis.
At least I am your shield.
Guardian, activate!
Down the Kraken!
I will take the hit.
I got it. And speaking of hope and fear, should we crack the book open and share a little bit more?
Yes, where is it?
It is so pretty.
Oh, there's the deluxe.
Where's my list?
But we also have the core here off to the side. So we've been having a lot of requests for people to see more. So we figured we would show some stuff off.
Let's do more.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So,
I'll see you in a bit. Have fun.
we get to show you stuff that we're excited for in the book now. I know we haven't done a lot of that. Yes?
Before you crack this one.
Okay.
This is really important.
Everybody calm down.
Everybody stand back. There's not one, but 2 ribbons. And this is really important. Obviously, the most important part of this book. Okay,
That's all. Yes. We love putting
Why
ribbons
do I have
in,
announcements showing up?
So really had to
Okay,
glad
wait.
wait.
Just kidding.
Well, thank you, Grelic, for the subscription. There it is. There it is.
Okay, what's the
thanks,
first,
dude.
Can I show this page?
Absolutely, let's do it.
So the opening introduction is this incredible.
Is that new artwork?
It's so cool.
I think
I
that's new
can't see the
artwork.
screen, so can you guys see it? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm so excited for that piece. Okay, is there anything else that we're like really excited to show off?
If Discord doesn't see the witch, I'm gonna get burned at a stake.
Okay. We're going with
Let's see some witches. Let's see some witches.
I'll give you witch.
The Vavitch.
The Vavitch. Spencer wouldn't let me call it the Vavitch.
This is also Hope and Fear teasers.
Oh, are we doing?
No, this one's
okay.
better. Yeah.
This is the witch.
And we have to hold it really still because they're gonna screenshot this.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Look at that
Screenshot.
boy. So mean. I love
We've seen
it.
that artwork before, though,
I
right?
ran up because as soon as you said witch, I just want to share how wonderfully kind and generous our team is, because there was that meeting about Hope and Fear art.
2 days after you joined us.
Yes, where I walked in and they were like, Jeremy, what do you think a witch should look like? And I described this
Beautiful boy.
this fawn moon witch, and the team then suddenly later came and said, we did it.
I'm so glad you said that because
It's a witch.
you gave us the opportunity to then make
Is
it
there anything
happen,
I'm
and
excited
I
for?
felt like
I want to see what they're
you're
going to do with the
guardian,
GM
but
screen.
I felt like I was the guardian for that witch.
Because
I was like,
they've announced they're
unbeknownst
working on a
circumstances, will
GM
this book
screen.
deliver
I don't know if they're
without
going to talk about it today.
Jeremy's witch. And Jenny Tan made the witch.
I'm excited for more adventures, for sure, but I actually want to get in there and see what they're doing with them.
This witch actually is they have 2 crows.
And
the
any
crows
actual
can be
play
moved
stuff
around,
in general.
so
Like the Age of
in
Umbra
different
stuff is
parts of
exciting,
the
but we knew that was
Also
coming.
in the
I'm like,
art,
is there
in the
anything
art.
else?
The art has 2 crows. Yes, not the subclass in specific.
How about you?
I also don't. She's not technically a witch, but she's like not a witch, right?
No.
She's Dread.
She's amazing.
Oh,
This is my Claudia from Interview with
get
the
us a close up.
Vampire.
Oh, that's cool. That
And
is very cool.
very much a little bit of inspiration from Laura's first Umbies character.
I think this book is going to be so,
Right. I forgot that we did that.
not in a
This
bad
is
way,
the,
but I
Dark
think
Army
from
card,
its
and it's
design, its
just
layout, and its feel, I think it's going to be so
anything outside of the
similar
classes now.
to the first one.
We only get to show one of each.
Which is good and bad, I guess. It's good because the first one was so good. But I wonder if it's going to truly feel like a new book. Or if it is just going to feel like, I guess what it is, which is just like an expansion that you can just slot onto the back of the current one.
Adversaries. And one of the things
Oh.
that delights me in this book,
The
because I
biblically
am
accurate D4.
Yes, because I am such a folklore and mythology nerd.
You made the biblically
I
accurate
love
D4.
that we have
You designed it.
a biblically accurate angel slash D4.
I keep saying D not afraid.
Wow.
It's a very dumb joke. It's a very dumb joke.
Because so rarely do RPGs show just how terrifying angels are in real-world folklore, and here we get one who is also the most terrifying.
Are those wings underneath it?
Despite rolling D4s, since I
Thank you
was
for the
6 years
follow,
old, I still
Insane.
can't roll them
8,
properly.
One,
You want to show something off?
Brain, Insane Brain.
Oh, yes.
I can speak
Have to show
calculator.
them the foul bear.
Yeah, go show them your baby, your cursed child.
We're all picking a few.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the wings crazy.
You got
Oh, yes, that's something that we did too that I don't know if we want to show, but there's a cool thing in the adversary section now. That
Danny really.
There we go.
That little bastard.
I feel like
Yeah.
Chris, our local Canadian, maybe understands why that adversary
so
is such a
mean.
bastard more than anyone.
I think
Absolutely cursed.
multiple people have said, "Can we show this? Do we want to show this?" That I think we're in a forbidden knowledge land.
Hey, we talking ghouls over here?
Meaning we got bingo again.
And you don't have to
Twice.
have an adversary. It could be-
I should have added way more.
Cash or anything?
You can try anything.
That's too many
No.
options.
I know.
I was talking about the
I love-
UI experience
I
that you
love the
made for
grim-
adversaries.
little
That's
grimmings
Gremlings.
right here.
Our little gremling warband.
Gribbling buggers just
I
kind of.
love these guys.
Oh yeah, we've seen those before though. Well, they are great.
I'm that guy.
Today, I feel pretty okay.
I'm the one with the hat, with the thimble hat for
This
sure.
fella, like most of the time, but especially right now.
I'll be Thimble today. Yeah,
Thimble
yeah.
today.
I just want to do the needle.
I'm the trash guy.
The trash guy?
Trash is pretty good.
Respect.
For folks who, a lot of the producerial shit doesn't necessarily make it into the page itself, but one of the things that I do love this time around, Danny was able to build the prototype for and pitch. Our adversary stat block now has very easy navigable numbers, and so this is a direct way in which Danny is. Where the hell are you going? Get back here. It's exciting. This is your work.
exciting. You can find your adversary so
Right.
easily.
Okay, yeah, I do like that.
Thank you, Danny.
It is the best.
Can
I see it? Can I see it?
Stumble.
Do you want to?
I want to do Journey.
Journey.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna mark them all to win. I've not seen Laura Bailey yet, so we might be screwed.
Rob and I and a couple of Joeys worked on. A handful of Joeys worked on. Oh, James's. A handful of James's worked on. James Hayek and James Intricasso and Rob and I worked on a thing called Journey to Horizon. We've shown it at, I think at PAX U already.
Hello, can I explain
Ooh.
something with this?
Please.
This is what I meant when I said Lord of the Rings, but the ring is a baby. I wasn't saying you were throwing the baby into a fire. I'm saying this.
But if you want to run
Danny,
that
I
game,
didn't say you wanted to throw the baby in the fire, actually. I just needed to clarify that.
seal door, destroy it.
Also, the other thing I'm excited for
Journey to Horizon. It is our
is
complexity
environments. I don't know if we'll see any in this, but I really want to. Out of this book, the one thing that I want to like get in and look at what they've done is with environments.
Favorite pieces of art in Castle High.
Guys, what's happening? Are we celebrating?
Yeah, we're showing things off in the floor. Hold on. I got it.
I love that.
Okay,
I know.
this piece.
Oh,
We played Castle High at PAX U, but we haven't gotten to show a lot of it. And I just love this moment that Sean made for us, which is a moment of magical kids.
I
in their
also am
magical
looking forward to
dorm.
this campaign frame more than anything else.
is there any way I can zoom in real close on this image? Heck yeah.
Time
heck yeah.
flew and time didn't fly, Chris. I feel like,
There's a poster of Daggerheart in
I mean,
the
I
college
rather
dorm.
embarrassingly, like 6 months ago, thought it'd been a year when it had only been 6 months. So,
I just thought that was all the way down Daggerheart.
That piece is important to me.
That piece
the
is very
flag?
nice.
Anyway,
I didn't see
we're
the flag.
very excited.
Somebody pointed out, yes, Hexcrawl and Daggerheart.
Yes, Hexcrawl. Actually, yeah, let's go back to that because we can show a little more of that. So, Journey to Horizon is a Hexcrawl in Daggerheart. So we have, well, first of all, this like beautiful piece of art from Sean. It's so cool.
I think Sean might be the go-to Daggerheart artist. I think he's worked on like
how to do
all the third-party stuff as
So
well.
there's a whole section that teaches you like how to do. I know we can zoom in on. Oop, it's this way. How to do like our version of the Hexcrawl in Daggerheart and what that's like, how you label it, how you use it. There's a whole
I'm looking
map
forward to that as
tree
well.
use. There's all these roll tables that you
Anything
can
where there's like new
So,
mechanics or
we got
systems placed
so
over the
much
top
coming.
of that
It's,
core
I'm really,
Daggerheart
really excited for this. Is
experience,
there anything that you wanna
I'm
share
down
from it? I know
for.
that you worked really hard on developing some of the mechanics for it. Here, let me give you this.
Yeah, we started out with like how do we take hex crawls and how we make a Daggerheart.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of false starts and mistakes and banging our head against the wall, but I think we nailed it.
Yeah,
Tables.
In the end.
I'm
Saw that on the
really
wall
excited
in the
about how
art.
There are people
Ah.
who are not familiar with the term.
Oh, that's trans flag. Good.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
You don't know.
Well, that's great.
Marish looks like she's just finished a long meeting.
Thank God for
It's
you.
not mean.
I'm glad.
So
I'm glad I'm here.
So the hex crawl is, I mean, I'm probably going to get roasted for like not giving a perfect definition of this,
we can get a very rough idea of what
yeah.
Nah, you won't get roasted. It's the
essentially
internet.
You have a map, an overland map that's made up of hexagons.
The loon bear, the evil
and,
goose bear.
The GM, there's a procedure in here for populating those hexes with different encounters, different adventure
look at
seeds,
that.
different locations, etc. And then there is an overland travel procedure for the party.
Okay, I think this is
to
very,
go
very cool.
out
I think this is very,
and
very cool.
Investigate and explore and travel through the overworld.
Yeah. So
And-
I was gonna say hex crawls are done a bunch of different ways in a bunch of different games, but for the most part, it's about like how do we do a travel campaign?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She's not on
How do
camera.
we do a travel campaign?
It's not
How do
live,
we do
it's
something
fine.
where you're like moving through the land
Fix it in
and
post.
things are occurring as you move through there. You're like transporting a thing across the, it's Lord of the Rings style.
And a lot of games that do like hex crawls are really popular in like OSR
Yes,
and stuff
they're
like
very
that.
popular in
But
OSR.
OSR,
Old school
like
Renaissance.
But also, are they
scarcity
checking
of
existing boxes
resources
versus designing
is a
something
major
new? Just
aspect.
because people ask for it
And in
doesn't mean they should have
Daggerheart,
it.
scarcity of resources is
I
not one of
agree
the
with you.
dials that we turn as much.
To an extent, I
So
think if
a lot of
enough
it was
people are
figuring
asking
out
for
how do
it, then
we
it's
take
like
the
that's
things that
that's
Daggerheart
demand,
does deal with,
and there should be
and how do
supply.
we-
Um,
how do we
I don't
make that
believe it's like
matter in
one
a hex
person
crawl?
is being like,
Yeah.
you guys
So
should
anyway,
do
we're
this,
really
and then they're
excited to
doing
see
it.
It's,
You know?
It took so much work, and I'm just so glad that we got it in the book. 'Cause
Yes.
we put a lot of work into it.
My favorite day, I walked into the office and Rob had this giant map across the whole table, and he just handed me a fistful of dice and said, "Roll all of these." And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "Just do it." It was incredible.
Oh,
That was a fun day.
But also this is an important space. There's a whole bunch of new equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge as well. I never even thought about that, but yes, it would be nice to
All new lists
get
of weapons,
weapons,
and
consumables,
secondary weapons,
armor.
and generally magical items.
Look how
consumables,
similar it looks to the original. They're really sticking to that design. I like it
all
though.
sorts of fun stuff.
There's a knowledge gun.
There's a knowledge gun.
There's a knowledge gun.
So great.
Yeah.
Sorry, as
Okay.
a GM, that's the stuff I really love. Also, because why not? I like it, and I'm feeling spicy. Well, we got like some fun kind of
Eldritch creatures.
Eldritch creatures, the
Ugh,
Cephalus,
he's so
Titan,
sticky.
big old creepy
I thought it
boy.
said syphilis.
That is a hefty tier 4 solo.
I want a mini of that.
I do too.
kinda
I want a
same.
mini of a lot of these. Oh, Zero Castle Killer, yeah. Our two
Zero
our two
Castle
spread boys.
Killer?
Yep. This
I guess they already saw
This
it
big boy. You kind of saw him a little bit, but he was kind of ancillary. This
Oh.
is a big boy.
He's so.
Is this
he's
their
so
Teresk?
mean.
He's, I want to hug him.
I think he was in the void.
Die.
You will
But
die.
it's worth it.
But that's a little hope and fear flavor for everybody,
gonna show
which is
some
very.
more.
Oh, you can't. You can't. You'll start showing things that Darcy has.
Too bad, Darcy. I'm your boss.
Okay, if we didn't have if we didn't have forbidden knowledge, we have it now.
Oh, the environments.
I'm gonna show some cool environment stuff. That's it. Just some of
Yes,
the fun
environments,
we
please.
have.
What's on here?
Really cool art.
Crystal
A
Wasteland.
lava
Mega
one,
storm,
like a
stuck in the Citadel,
Dragon's Lair.
ghost haunted place.
Charlie's so good with all this art.
That's cool. Sorry, Darcy.
That's
I love
it?
you. I'm just kidding.
We got a dungeon in a box.
I
We
should
do
go
have
now.
Dungeon in a
No
Box.
problem.
No, you
I'm
don't.
a
You're
liability
not.
up here.
Was that? One of the environments.
Mike, Matt's still mic'd,
There's one
so he might.
Someone
I wonder if he's gonna
else.
say something by accident. Let's just keep
Throw it
listening.
into any,
Which is very good.
any session.
Okay, it's the big one.
What's the big one?
With the behold, you mean the
We're here
Gobstalker
again.
rabbit?
We did it.
Which is a name I
So,
just
1
hate to
year
say.
ago-
We're also here.
We're here, and it is again. Help! It is again. So, a year ago, we came on and launched Daggerheart, and we shared some really big tools that we had been building in secret, and we have been doing it again. So for months now, we have been building a new surprise that we're going to be dropping live. If we could roll that beautiful clip, please check out what we've been working on.
Is it a new online digital tool? Custom adversary builder. Mm-hmm. This like makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I just realized, I hope this music is copyright free. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, can change it all. You know what I would love? Is if you could just set it to tier 2 and it automatically, you know, generates the tier 2 version. So you can take something that's tier 4. I'm not saying it can do this or that it should be able to do this, but it'd be nice if it just like lowered everything down to like whatever the normal, you know, tier 2 default numbers would be and takes away like certain abilities. That way you just need to design everything at tier 4 and then just be able to lower it down. That's good. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. And yeah, I'll talk about it a bit, actually.
That is on Daggerheart.com. Eddie and everybody over at Pixel Table, hit that beautiful switch and everybody refresh your browser. Good
It's
luck.
live right now.
It's
Dapper.
live right now, or it will be.
60 seconds
Yeah,
from right now.
as soon
minutes.
as
Well, we're on the internet. Takes to get to you.
as soon as we get that refresh.
It's like instant pudding.
It is like instant pudding already in 60 to 75 seconds.
Oh, and I want to actually like run home right now so I can like start churning out Adversary.
It's gonna help me so much. So the Adversary Builder, it's on Daggerheart.com. You can create new challenges for your players, tweak and overhaul existing creatures. You can save them locally to your website. Matt, this was specifically built by Eddie and the Pixel Table team for you, so you have a library locally on your cache, on your browser.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. I wanted it from the beginning.
I know.
Something else that's really cool that we only showed off a little bit, but that I want people to know is that we worked really hard to play with the estimate stats at tier button that's right below. When you switch a tier, it pops up, and you can click that, and it'll estimate what the stats at that tier would be for the adversary. You still have to go and do custom changes for the features and some
That's what
other
I
things.
just
but, like,
said.
it'll get you to the new tier so quickly.
It gets those numbers, because
again, it
knowing
just
where
estimates
to
it,
throw
so
that
it's
initial
really
like
best to, figure
HP,
it out, but,
stress,
it'll give you a
threshold
good, like,
is a
range
big
to
one for
start
me.
from, and it's made my work in adversaries so much easier when I'm running games. I've been using it on the back end.
This also
because
just
I
feels
can
like a
take an
good tool
adversary
for
that's
them
but
when
it's tier
creating
1,
new official
and I can make it a
adversaries
tier
in the
3
future. It
adversary
feels like it was
by
like an
clicking a
internal
button and changing a
like
couple
tool that
things.
would be
So
useful for them. That they've just been like, you know what, it's now an external tool because anyone can use it.
In our conference room, and every whiteboard had math on it.
Yes.
And he was the Pepe Sylvia meme.
I was Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
were.
I was against the wall. It was
That was
great.
great.
It was really fun.
This is a completely free tool that sits right next to and lives in the same space as the card creator. So
Alright,
this
good
is
to know,
all
Audin.
yours. Enjoy.
They have
We've
used
wanted to build this for a while.
Dimension 20 does
It's
anyway.
a huge
They use
boon
Epidemic
to be
Sound,
able
which
to
I'm also
help
subscribed
folks
to,
make-
so I get away with it
continue to make
sometimes.
Daggerheart your own again.
And please give us feedback, because this is something that we're launching, and we want it to be useful for you. And you know, we're trying to implement as many tools as
You think
possible.
Matt has
to
one more
make that
announcement, or you
happen.
wish? What would
And
you want
also,
it to
we
be,
know that
Dragon?
You all are going to be able to play test it for way longer at a much larger scale than any of us ever could.
Oh, someone says they tested it live? No.
Gets demoted. Well, just test it live. It works great. Oh no.
Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry.
But
Let me check something.
go let us know what you think is working, what you're finding hiccups in, and you know, we'll use all of that to continue to make it better.
On the bottom left, there is a tiny little bug button. It is where you report bugs. So if you do have any feedback, please feel free to share it there.
Be kind to our friends over at Pixel Table.
Yeah.
James, what's going on? First time you've been able to join a live stream. Welcome in. We're watching another live stream.
First off, this
Stream
is still
Inception.
only 1 year. This game is still very new, and there's a lot of wonderful people here, a lot of which have come on over the
You
time.
want to shadow drop a few ancestors, Q-Box. That is wishful
so many
thinking.
great people have come together to put their
That was
love and
not on my
soul into
bingo
this.
list.
I'm so proud of everybody here. And that extends to Pixel Table as well for what they've done with this. We're constantly doing our best to do as much as we can meaningfully. I know you have a lot of requests and a lot of things that you'd love to have right now. So would we. But we're also human beings with limitations in a daily life. But we're doing everything
All the ones left are pretty hard to get. The new actual play partnerships, I thought they would do that because they're just very. They do that a lot.
We're so proud of everything.
Someone gets way too close to camera. I thought they would do that, but it's hard because the table's in a way.
All the things to come.
And actually, Matt, that's a really great point, because I think that when we were on stream last time, I was full-time, Rowan was full-time.
New
Spencer
official
was
actual
full-time.
play we might not get
Since
because we
then,
got
we've
Age of
added
Umbra.
Madigan,
Laura Bailey coming on and making an innuendo. I'm not even sure if Laura is there.
Sadie.
Matt, Rob, and Chris and Jeremy.
And Sean.
Evidently Mulligan is just like a mention of him
And Jeremy.
in some way.
So we've
Probably
and
won't
Milo.
happen. And new
We've
Void
more than
content.
doubled the team,
So
since we
we'll
were last
see.
live, which
We'll
is
see.
really incredible. Which also means that there's a lot more that we get to build.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of these people literally just got hired
I
like
know.
weeks ago. So
And also, in response to chat, I will obey. So, Matt, I need to say to you, may I have a fear to spend, Daddy?
Oh, yes, Fair Daddy, please. Please, Fair Daddy.
Have a fear.
You may.
Spend it
It'll help
wisely.
me too. I'm okay with that.
Hey, if you want Fear Daddy merch and Hope Mommy merch, get on the internet about it. Get on the internet and be loud about it.
Are you asking him to be
Dapper, I
brassy?
love that. I love that. But it just does the numbers right. It doesn't. I mean, it can't do anything with the features.
Yeah. Don't forget about feardaddy.com. Feardaddy.com is owned and operated by us.
It is.
We'll figure something out to do with it in time.
We will.
yeah, it's a fear counter
It's
right
a
now.
fear tracker right now. It's an abacus.
It's an abacus.
It's
Oh,
an
amazing.
abacus.
I haven't checked in already.
Yeah. You can. It's just an abacus that moves left to right.
It's just a digital abacus, and it works on your computer and your phone. So it's
And it has Jeremy and Chris's pictures on it.
from from that stream. It's great. It's great.
I need to go back and check it out.
Oh yeah.
I need a bookmark it.
Fear Daddy
but yeah.
does necessitate the existence of Hope Mommy, which
does.
is very exciting.
Fair Daddy, Hope Mommy.
There's a lot of stuff cooking, y'all.
Fair Mommy, Hope Daddy.
We still have more working behind the scenes. This is just the stuff that we can announce right now. Way more to come. So keep your ears out because I feel like every day we're starting okay, what can we announce now? What can we announce now of what we're already working on?
And we can't necessarily say what, but Jeremy, we do have some exciting things.
There is an issue here, which is just so many cards, eventually. I can only see Daggerheart eventually moving away from the cards a little bit. But that's a conversation for another time.
Happy birthday!
I thought you had a big old popper that you would pop in front of us.
So,
That was the most drunk and energy I've seen you have on camera in a minute.
Yeah, I'm not drunk, just tired.
in response to Daggerheart having such an amazing first year, we have been hard at work overhauling the next steps for this amazing game. Especially after Hope and Fear was announced, we have been planning out the next 3 years and beyond with so many products we
Cards
cannot
feel interim.
wait to
It's
announce
certainly
to
like-
you, but we have to wait.
When I've been playing
We are
online, the
brimming
cards
with
just aren't
excitement
needed
about
at all.
everything that we have
So
cooking in our cauldron.
the
And
fact that
just
I
stay
that
with
people have to
us
pay
and
slightly more
in
for the
each
books, which
convention, in each
it's still
one of these
cheap
streams,
to
you
get
will
the
be
cards
like
and have the
today,
cards
we've
they
announced,
may never
"Hey, a new
use
product,
feels
and here it
unnecessary
is
a little
with
bit.
The Adversary builder, more is on the way. And again, we will try to contain our excitement and not just combust until we can start announcing what's next.
I'm sitting on 3 years of spreadsheets for budgets, so I know that we have a lot cooking, which is great.
Just getting
But
started.
It's going to be so exciting to be able to reveal those once we have the right time, the right moment to share. And there's a lot more to celebrate for the rest of the week. Daggerheart's birthday celebrations continue. Start Playing Games has the Wish Thief running. You can find GMs to play. You can also play those
We
at
should
your
look at the Wish
friendly
Thief.
local DPG stores. You can go to
sure.
daggerheart.com/birthday to find out where any of those events are. For folks that are going to be
I
attending
think they're very
the
cool.
live
It's just
show
that
in Atlanta, you'll be joining the cast. Some of you, which
a couple more books
oh,
with
dear
new
God.
ancestors and stuff. I'm going to end up with way too many cards.
This is
You missed the hips. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you for panning
Okay.
down.
Oh boy.
We go. I missed. Whoa, that's so cool.
Matt, you have to go get ready for a live show, my guy, because you're playing Echoes of Exandria in the Maelstrom Kingdom in Daggerheart this
It's
week.
true.
It's
and
on Tuesday.
Those are in attendance at that show. You might get a little sneak peek of the
What?
Bloodhunter update that we've been working on.
Oh yeah.
What?
I'm literally filling out my character sheet right now for the show.
Can I give it? Can I give it a little tease?
You can do whatever you want. You're
That's it. So.
Wait, what was that?
Got him! Got him! Clip that! Got him!
Got him again!
Yes! Absolutely incredible
Responsible.
work.
No, thank you so much for all the wonderful feedback. I mean, for all of our Void stuff, like legitimately, you've all been fantastic. We take all of it in. We'll have more to announce in the future, but we've been working on the Blood Hunter and the Blood Domain quite a bit. A lot of fun tweaks. One of the fun ones about the Blood Hunter, we've shifted out the Blade Domain to Bone, and I think it sings a lot better in that design. That was one of the original kind of conceits we were playing with. We went with Blade. I think Bone is the right fit for it. I think you'll enjoy the new build when it hits. But yeah, get a sneak peek at the live show. Either be there in person or when the video goes live online. And
depending on which domain card choice.
What live show is this? Why haven't I heard of it?
People might even see some brand new domain cards for Blood on stage.
That's true. That's very true. So it'll be fun. Anyway, more cool shit in the void forever. Void forever is what I'm saying. Look at that tattooed on me. We get in the void. Yes. Oh no. I've cursed myself with this phrase.
Help! It's again.
Always, continuously. I'm gonna show one more thing in here. You keep talking.
No, you do it. We're just really excited. We've been hard at work for a lot of this. I don't know that any of us could have comprehended that this was the way these last 4 years could have gone. And it's so much of that is thanks to all of you who've been on this incredible ride. From anybody who's been with us since the open beta and then the legacy of the Void into the future, we're really
One, but they didn't announce it. I missed it.
Here. And again, happy birthday, because we're
Happy birthday! We're 1 year old.
Oh, the kins!
Can I show some of the kins?
The kins, yes.
Final little art teases. These are the elemental kin ancestries here.
I love
Very
that
cool.
splash page.
Very cool.
That is Sean's work.
Yep. Got this little Earth boy.
The illustrious Mr. Ellis.
Bro, Sean, I hope you're getting well paid.
I know.
You must be.
I mean, both the
That's
Emma
my wife.
and the Sky Can are both some.
They're both your wife if you try hard.
There. And they got some gnome boy over there too.
Oh, he's so
a little more
sweet.
teases. All right, I'm done. I'm out. Sorry, Darcy.
Oh, we love it so much. We
Is
can take
Reaction
some
Real
more
Discord
questions in
saying
chat,
its
or
own
we can
or
just hang out.
shared with the other channel? It's kind of a mix right now. I do need to
Omar, who was running a live Daggerheart
streamline that whole thing. I just need to figure out what I want to do with it first.
And I was so excited,
But,
and we got to send some Daggerheart.
I think
goodies
most
over,
people
and
in
I'm
there
so
are
glad
like
that they made it
this
to you,
channel.
Omar,
Most
because
people on
I
Discord
worried
like
across the
Daggerheart
mail, and
people.
The mail is bad sometimes.
It is bad, and I'm so excited that there was a group of people playing Daggerheart live on stage in my hometown.
In your hometown, I
basically,
know.
really close. Like that would have been the kind of thing I would want to see as a kid. So thank you so much. For
I know,
doing
we
that.
saw it on the Reddit and we were like, no way!
Yeah, you showed me.
I know,
I was
yeah.
so geeked.
Can I ask the two of you, is there anything that's happened over the last year that is just sort of like a little bit memorable, even if it was like you know, known, or if it was a louder moment, if it was a quieter moment? Is there something that like has stuck to you from how any and all of this has gone overall?
I mean, there's so many things. I think that delivering book number 2, I felt a lot more like we had this foundation to work from, and so it was kind of a different experience doing a second book than it is a first. We kind of got to go like, okay, what do we wish was in core, but we didn't have.
So we're just not
going
going. That's a shame. I don't think we're going to get the full blackout of bingo of Bing.
Compared to what we were doing for the first book, which was like what needs to be in core and everything else needs to get out.
We didn't get any new actual play partnerships talks about, which is. But I guess that talks about a new official actual play. It was new to me anyway.
Talked to us or been in community with one another talking about how they are first-time GMs. I think that sometimes the bridge between player and GM can feel like quite a long one, and I'm so excited that people are GMing Daggerheart and they feel comfortable jumping from player to GM in that
Yeah, I
sense.
think
And also
they're done with the
GMs talk
announcements
about
potentially, but I want to see
feeling
where
the
this
lift on
goes
them
just
is
in
a little bit
case.
less, because I think the health of the GM is the health of the
It's the health
TTRPG
of the game,
community.
absolutely.
period. So I've been really excited about that.
Someone said, can we get official fear trackers?
We do, yes. We're working on them right now. They're going to be in production soon. You can have official fear trackers. You can have an official GM screen.
Can you show off the thing? Because some people might not have seen that.
Heck yeah.
And we're going to make other versions of these that they're in
like
development right
these
now.
fair
They're going
trackers,
to be not just in the deluxe version of this box, but you'll be able to buy them separately.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like there's dog hair all over this now.
Milo was here.
So good.
So I don't always have the brain cell, but sometimes I do, and I definitely had the brain cell the day that I made these. So what we decided, I was trying to figure out how to get an abacus in the deluxe edition this round, and I couldn't crack it. And then I realized that we had these really cool shapes, And if we did a little slicey in a little resin guy with 12 of these bad boys, we basically can use.
And you can
the
reuse
top of
these
the
as well.
GM
You can
screen
reuse them
itself
as like
an
just
avatar,
fair
so you're gonna
tokens.
have 12
You
of
know,
these. They're scattered all over the table right now.
as fair tokens,
But
as
we'll be selling these
action
as
trackers.
standalones. You'll be able to get a GM screen and fear trackers that you can count like a little abacus on top of the GM screen. And so these will be not this art, not these colors necessarily. We're designing something as we speak right now, but we are going to be using these pretty soon, which is great.
Yeah, there's going to be a GM screen that you can buy. There's going to be fear tokens that you can buy.
Adversary cards that you can buy.
Adversary cards that you can buy. I also don't always use a screen, but I like that these function also just as little tokens.
Yeah.
So I'll use them, because sometimes I don't like to use a screen. So depending on what I'm running or what I need for that session, so they also can just serve as like tokens that you can grab, which I love. And we have many colors coming up. So I really loved how these popped against the red of this screen.
Well, and again, Rowan, you brought up, we actually had the
I wonder how they
adversaries
look
on this
on
art in that
the
teal
other-
color, and all of the player
on this
characters
one.
in that sort of more red and orange and yellow.
I think sometimes it's important to make the fear an unexpected color because fear is an engine for excitement. It's not a punishment.
I like the fair color.
And while sometimes
I like
it's
this
nice to
GM screen.
actualize
I
that as
think I
like
prefer
skulls and
this
deaths,
one
other
because
times
there's
it's nice to
more of a
actualize
mix
that as
of
beauty.
colors.
I
That
also think
if
there's
the
an
like
accomplishment-
light blue
accomplishment with
green
this,
is the
which
fair
I
color,
don't know if we
there's
talked
not
about
enough of
on
it on there.
The video that we did, it might have gotten cut, but
In my opinion.
the
It's a
accomplishment
lot
of
of orange on that
doing
one.
red and green and having it not look like Christmas.
Oh my god, I have been after this since I was a child. This is my white whale. Because I feel like if you're an artist, you can pull off red and green and not have it be Christmassy, then you've arrived.
That's a win. That's a win.
This was a good moment for us, actually.
Yeah, so being able to do that was a really nice win on the deluxe edition.
A bunch of people are asking for Void update, and I would like to talk. I want to have a frank conversation with everybody about the Void. So
Can we
Come
get
close.
a super zoom close in on Rowan?
I'm tired. Okay.
Support Frank.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm holding your hand.
Oh god.
Hang on, here we go.
No, closer.
That was agony. Okay, I'm not looking. Whoa! Hi, friends. Okay. Hi, everyone. I want to thank you for asking about the Void. We really appreciate it. But as you all know, you know better. You can't comprehend the Void. And part of the reason you can't comprehend the Void is because we need the Void for your really, really valuable feedback. And we get about 2 rounds. That's 2 rounds of really good feedback before people stop giving it to us. And so if you want to see more rounds,
More
on the
feedback.
Void,
Guys,
we
send
have to make
feedback.
A deal that y'all will engage more than twice.
But the
because
feedback
we
you
want to make
send
the game
should
that
just
you
be that you
so
want
stop
more
trying to
Void
comprehend the
content.
Void. And also, we love you.
That would really piss him off.
We're all very brave
I
here.
think that took a year off my life.
Concretely, we not only
This is an adult.
No, that was amazing. That is amazing. I am simply swimming behind you in your wake.
Hop on.
But not only do we have more of the Blood Hunter and the Blood Domain coming, but we have more coming that also uses the Blood Domain. So next time,
I like that.
All we'll say is the next time you meet the Blood Hunter is going to have a friend.
Right.
We can't wait.
Because every new domain they include isn't just going to be for one
and
class.
Just
you
yesterday,
know?
Spencer, you and I were working on that.
Yes, I was going to say, I sent you cards last night at like 11 p.m. for the next thing. So it is truly in the works. And know that just because you don't see anything in the Void right now, doesn't mean that there's not stuff that's coming. We are behind the scenes.
I'm just going to count this.
All these different things.
I'm going to count
Saying
this.
stuff in the Void, and you want to not make Jeremy cry, don't forget to give us feedback.
Yes.
And shut up, Travis!
We should have put ask for feedback on here.
This is really important. Also, when you give us feedback, I want you to know that this is the human being who reads it. And so, if it is nasty
Yeah,
feedback,
don't
like
be
actually
mean.
purposefully mean feedback, we instantly delete it because we don't want to
Blood
cause
Mage
this
No one is
would be
mean
cool.
to Danny
Yeah,
Gage.
what
A
would be
single
a
second
Blood
thing.
Domain?
So please give us constructive, give us
Hmm.
good, give us really important feedback, but also remember, you get bonus points if you say hi to Dan.
Everyone
Like, would
gets
like a
bonus points for their feedback
necromancer?
if they say hi, Danny, thank you.
I don't
help.
actually know.
You get a free help.
You give
My
me a
knowledge of
smile.
blood
That's
in general
the biggest That's the most.
But yeah, like a blood mage of some kind is solid. Like,
I do some asking well.
I'm trying to think what else
Do you guys want
uses
to see some
blood.
things that you don't even know that I have under a black cloth under here?
Sure. Let me take
Yes,
off my
show us, please.
Get that out.
Sorry, I didn't mean
I'm
that to
going
sound
answer a question I
impatient.
just saw scroll by, where someone specifically asked me, what is the other domain of the Blood Hunter's new friend? Because we know that one of those domains will be blood. All I will say is earlier in this stream, I said what the domain is. And that's all I'll say.
Let's head back, guys.
Hey, friends,
What did he
gather
say?
around for some goodies. Hold out your hands.
Concrete. He said concrete.
Hey!
Oh, what is this?
Can we show them to
Surprise!
the camera?
Yes, you may.
I asked for these on
They
stream the
pins?
other day.
Show the camera.
I didn't know that these were a work in progress.
We have domain pins coming later this
That's
summer,
pretty cool.
I believe.
That's cool.
You'll notice that
That's
Matt
fun
is
merch.
actually holding a dread set of 2 colors. One is going to be a part of the official release, and the other is going to be a Gen Con exclusive.
So cool.
Are
So you
they
can-
edible?
I am not a
If you
lawyer or
try
a
hard
therapist.
enough,
You can do
yeah.
whatever you like.
Anything is edible if
But
you
the
try.
cool thing is that you can use different
What
combinations
pin would
to
I
make your
want the
different
most?
classes.
I think
And
maybe
everybody has to represent their fave domain.
yeah, yeah,
So it can be
yeah.
like
Maybe-
in a club.
Splender's here. Oh, no.
I'd want
Splender's here.
either Sage or Splendor.
Okay.
I think.
I want. Do we have bone? Does anybody have bone?
Midnight
No?
Grace,
Okay,
baby.
that's fine.
I have Codex.
Matt, I don't think that's going to get you across the river Styx, my guy.
I am a warlock! Bring me my cards! I don't.
Honestly, it might work.
It could actually, yeah.
These are awesome.
So those will be coming out soon. We also have a handmade prototype
Ooh.
of a new
Ooh.
dice tome of rolling for Daggerheart.
That does look
Nobody's
nice.
seen it yet.
The Whitefire Arcanist.
These are big enough to be able to fit a, and the colors are not finalized. Some of the stamping, again, all this is done by hand, so this is a prototype.
What's the Book of
But
Norai?
this is big enough
Do you guys
to be able
know?
to fit a class pack in here so that you can sort of go on the go. And it also fits enough for any of your full 9 polygon
How do I get one of
dice set.
those? I like it a lot.
All your cards, it's a rolling tray. All of your
Roll it.
yeah.
A themed D2 coin would be nice, yeah. Oh, God.
Daggerheart, baby!
Oh, baby!
That's a double one, right? Double one. That's double one. That's the best kind of
It is
crit.
the best kind of crit.
He just said Codex made them blood. I don't think he said it was going to be what it's shared with. I think he said there was going to be another
A crit
subclass
almost every time.
that he's mentioned.
Yeah, it's not
This
the
stream.
the final version, but
Well, I
a
might be
working
wrong.
prototype
I
is
might
very,
misunderstood.
very pretty.
Yeah, only the prototype has crit.
That's one of the Codex cards. Book of Norai.
Yeah.
Every time you roll a three, you get a crit.
And then Matt,
N-O-R-A-I.
you'll be able to be sharing
But
these
it's
with
specifically
folks coming up. Would you like to
attached to the Whitefire Arcanist, who is the character from the Sablewood adventure. Oh. Are they big boys?
New
They're big
oversized
boys.
Big
Hope.
old D12s.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
chunky.
that I wanted them. Now I want them.
Big old boys.
Oh my god.
Big old.
Wait, where are these? Where are these?
Oh
from?
my god, not only do I want them, but I want to be able to play the game and not GM it so I can roll them.
Folks.
No way.
No, that's
Wait.
I'm doing this for real. By that, I mean rolling terribly.
Just keep rolling. You'll get there.
That's true.
It's a crit for them.
Almost. It's a mirrored crit.
So we've got a lot of good stuff coming.
These are awesome, actually.
Yeah, another set of Kanjus. We just gotta find someone to GM for us. And we're laughing.
Like dog shit on this.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
It's the GM's job.
I was gonna say it's
It
a GM's
is.
job to roll.
It's
poorly.
fun
Blood
if it's-
unfair.
Yeah, we like it.
Wow, these are so cool.
I also wish that I had an update on the GM stream and tier tokens and all sorts of when that's going to come. Guys, the ocean is so
Venice,
wild.
just
The
subscribe
world
Prime.
is so
Thank you.
wild. When we have more, just know that those are in the works
Venice
and very
64.
exciting.
Thank you so much.
So those
That's
are all
huge.
coming. Working on
Yes, if you are on Twitch right
When you
now
look at these-
and you
when you look
have
at these
Twitch
through the
Prime,
light,
throw
they
them
have
my
like a
way. Give me
pink
that Bezos money.
with the
But
blue.
I genuinely appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
believe
I love
the
it.
design
It's
was
so
inspired by
cool.
different kinds of coral.
No way.
Because it's a little undersea adventure for
yeah.
the next.
This is awesome.
It's gonna be fun. Little Bells
are
Hells
beautiful.
reunion
Oh.
underwater.
Rolling a 6 and a 9 should count as a crit.
What was that? Was that an
No, the
official
reason you think.
No,
What do you
actual
call
play
it?
announcement?
This is the Liar's Crit. There was one of
I
the
think
most
it was, right?
incredible Reddit stories I've ever read, and it read like
Oh, was it a comic?
what's this? A crit? Do my eyes see? But no. Turn round. A 6 and 9. Betrayed. If you go and find it, go look at the Liar's Crit on
A
Reddit.
not so nice liar's
It is.
crit.
It is incredible. I have a homebrew roll that if you roll a 6 and a 9, it counts for something else at my table, and that's very, very exciting.
Technically all ones.
You get a 6-7.
I'm gonna stop rolling. They're beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You volunteered to GM.
We did it.
I would be I'm gonna be a
I know,
chaotic
it always
player.
does.
Our birthday's over?
Well,
No, the week continues.
The week continues. We're all playing Daggerheart tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow we are going to be spending the day playing the Wish Thief together.
Yes, we are the entire company.
So the same adventure that Rob wrote and Sadie edited and the rest of the team worked
That's
on
cute.
to get out for all of you, we will be playing tomorrow.
I'm so excited.
Smashing to the DM. I called it last night. That was me.
Yes, that's awesome.
I need you to know that I am actively having somebody cross-stitch that whole Reddit post in a pillow for my office.
Yes.
that is incredible.
I'm doing grandma crafts about
Thank you,
it.
Smashing the
Thank
Adam.
you so much.
That is
We
amazing.
appreciate you.
Cool.
Then it's been watching my YouTube for a while. Love my
Fantasy,
content. Glad I finally get to catch me live.
yes,
Thank you,
Jeremy
thank you, thank you.
and
Well, I appreciate it.
Kirby.
I appreciate the sub and
We
you
have
checking me
plans
out
and
live.
plots.
Yes.
Yes, working on it.
We're very excited about more. So
I think the
more
new
we
domain
can-
is going
we
to be
can
the
share
bubble
things. We're
domain
always
from his
very
comment
excited to
about
share
being
things
a
once we
bubble
can
witch.
Back them up with firm dates, but we have
Bubble
a lot of irons
domain.
on
I don't know if
the
I'd
fire, and I'm
like
really
that.
looking forward to being able to
Chat, is
talk
that
about what
cool?
any of all that
Is the
looks
bubble
like.
domain a
Could
cool
give us a
domain?
slogan for year number 2. We would really appreciate it. Nevertheless, we persist.
Enduring.
Also, it would go with blood.
Solid foods.
Bubble and blood.
For 2 years old.
I love it. We have so much love in the chat for producer Kirby. Thank you, producer.
Thank you, Kirby. Thank you. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, and thank you, Darcy and the marketing team.
And thank you to the whole tech team who's made this as
Bubble domain would be cool if you.
today.
Yeah, it would be cool for some games, I guess. But I like to have the domains very much like unknown about thing in my world. So a lot of the ones I've played so far, it's like people understand that like healing magic is like Slender magic, you know, or potentially Sage.
For now, it's not goodbye for long. So keep
So the
your eyes
idea
out
that
for
people are
more.
like, oh yeah, I'm learning bubble magic.
We're just getting started. Truly, we are. I know we keep saying it, and we are.
I think we've officially started.
We've started.
Yes.
All right, thanks, friends.
Thank you,
Appreciate
everybody. Happy birthday!
Say bye, everyone.
Bye guys, thank you. Well. I mean, there you have it. Oh man, it's so hot in my room. We officially hit summer hard here in Toronto. It is boiling hot, and I don't have AC. And if you watched me last year, you'll know classically that my camera overheats in this weather very fast. I'm surprised it's still going. We'll see how long it lasts. Bubble and Blade turns a melee class into a ranged class. I don't have anything against Glinda. Mostly, I don't have anything against Glinda. Glinda. Am I some kind of wizard sympathizer? Whoa. Okay. No. Peep the Adversary creator, it's wild. I will take a look at the Adversary creator, actually. Is it under card creator? It is. Okay. Actually, first, let's just go through kind of what happened there, because they talked about new merch. It's mostly dice stuff. But at the end there, they obviously went back and talked about stuff we knew about, like the GM screen and stuff, but it's nice to know it's still coming. We saw multiple animals, I believe. Or certainly the same animal many times. They are just getting started. Another one that would have been fun on this bingo list would have just been that they are you know, only a year. They're young, they're babies still. You're hoping for an adversary deck. They did talk about the adversary cards that'll be coming. But yeah, we certainly didn't see anything there. Multiple people were in costumes, or at least hats, and I count that. Critical Role original cast appearance. We had a few of them. Who do we see? We saw Tellison, Liam, Travis, Matt, Marisha. We saw lots of cool artwork. Someone did get way too close to the camera, which I'm so glad happened. Open fair teasers. We got like a good look in that book, to be honest. I was surprised at that. They got scared about saying something they shouldn't. Huge stuff about the adventure. It was like, new adventure, we got it. And also, they have a pipeline where they're just going to give free adventures out. And by the end of the year, there's going to be a bunch. There was no Laura Bailey, unfortunately. There was no Brendan Mulligan mention. I didn't think he was going to be there, but I was hoping. Lots of Chris and Jeremy. Lots. And technically no new Void content, but they talked about the Void so much and that there would be in the future. But yeah, no Brennan, no Bailey, no new official actual play, unless you count the Age of Umbra stuff, which they did talk about. But that was announced earlier today. I do wonder about that, because it got announced earlier today, and I wonder if they did that by mistake. Because they normally wait and do all the announcements at once. So I wonder if like a page went live by accident, so they just went, oh yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, there was lots of Hope and Fear stuff in there. The fact they mentioned an Artificer makes me excited, even if it's clear it's not happening soon. Yeah. I do like a solid Artificer in TTRPGs, and they are consistently pretty rare. AP partnerships. Yeah, new AP partnerships was supposed to be... I think every single time they've done announcements like this, they've said like Acquisitions Incorporated are playing it, and Legends of Avantis are playing Daggerheart. That's what I mean. Like other shows, other YouTube channels, other actual players that normally play D&D or other games, normally they grab someone. But no, we didn't get any of that. We didn't get any new actual players, unfortunately. Yeah. But still, good showing all round. Like, what is it? 12 out of 16? Not bad. Passing grade. Where is the new adventure? I can't remember where it was. They said it was in the store, right? I'll go hunting for it after this. Let's look at this card creator. Yeah, you know what happened about the talking about Brennan thing? Who was it in chat? If you're still here, but someone was like, "Wouldn't it be cool if there was an announcement at Dimension 20 we're going to play Daggerheart?" And I was like, "That's probably not going to happen." Or like, I just feel like Brennan. That would be getting my hopes up too much. But then I slowly kind of tricked myself into like, maybe it could happen, and that's why I was like, Brennan running Daggerheart on Dimension 20 would be a lot of fun. But I don't think that's too likely. Yeah, Critical Role official shop for it. It was you wanted a D20 collab so bad, yeah. And it's weird, right? Because it's very believable. Because Brennan is a DM for them on Critical Role right now. They're obviously friends. It's a huge system right now. like as far as like popularity goes, compared to some of the other systems they play. On Dimension 20, they like to play different systems. So it was lining up in my head, you know. I was like, it was wishful thinking, but it was all slotting into place as being possible, and I was slowly tricking myself into it feeling likely. But also, you are right. I think Brennan and the Dimension 20 cast, whether it's like their normal cast or just people they have on that show, I think would suit the Daggerheart like narrative vibe so much. It will happen. We all smell it coming. It'd be kind of weird if it wouldn't happen eventually, right? But I'm also... There's a thing going on. That's why I was so interested earlier when they were talking about how they filmed Age of Umbra. And that is, I feel like Dropout record stuff well in advance. Like, we're watching the Vampire Perpy actual play. I can't remember the name of it right now. On Dimension 20, it's coming out, and I think, unless I'm making it up, they've come out and said that they filmed that in 2025. You know, like it might even be a year before this stuff kind of comes out. And I know that's kind of a thing that's happening with like Game Changer and stuff. It's more like a network of like a TV network. They film so far in advance that if they try to make a deal now to get Dimension 20 to do Daggerheart, it might be that we just won't see it until 2027, if not 2028, you know? Intrepid Heroes is the name of the Core D20 group, thank you. There's a 6-episode Intrepid Heroes season coming. I feel like that could be Daggerheart. Okay. We'll see. Little disappointed. Would love a sneak peek for new books and maybe classes. I have mixed things. I think going into this as a live stream, I wanted... I mean, it's like everyone wants something big, right? And it's very hard to deliver that. It doesn't feel like there's anything like huge, but the fact that they just say like, by the way, we have a new Adversary creator, it's up now. We have a new adventure, it's up now. Like, I really like that. There's lots of stuff that I can go check out now. It's not an announcement for stuff happening in like, 6 months' time, which has happened. I feel like the last time they did this, when they announced, it was like a convention, and they were announcing like partnerships with dice makers and stuff like that, and we just didn't hear anything, for months. And they did like Hero Forge as well. It took a while for that to come out, and even then, now it's not quite what I hoped for. So I like it. I think it was solid. I think it was a solid announcement. I think it put my mind at ease that like, okay, we're getting stuff. We're gonna get a lot of stuff this year. The fact that we're just gonna get a ton of adventures for free, fantastic. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I am excited. Is my Spotify way too loud, by the way? Like, can you guys hear music? All I want now is big dice. Yeah, the big dice looks cool. I think what I want, if I was to be like an absolute like entitled fanboy, and I think I would have liked to see the GM screen that they're working on. And I would have liked, I don't know, because I'm in two minds. So this isn't coming from me. Like, there's the fanboy version of me, and then there's the logical version of me. And the logical version of me is like, they're doing everything fine and everything they can. I did see a thing on Reddit about this. I think it was either earlier today or yesterday, where they did a post talking about how they're going to look at third-party VTT stuff, because that's been like on Reddit, that's been a bit of like a contentious thing right now. And they were kind of saying, like, Downing's Press did a post and like, we're small and we're scrappy and like we're just getting stuff done as we can. We're doing our best. And one of the comments were like, is it, and I'm not saying this is the case, it's just an interesting discussion. Is it a choice at this point to stay small and scrappy when you're making enough money and you have enough interest that you can like increase your workforce and increase your output, and then you can like fix these issues that you might be finding? We don't know how much money Daggerheart's making. We don't know anything like that. I wouldn't. This is absolute like just me chatting here, so please don't take this with anything. But I wouldn't be too surprised if it turned out that Daggerheart was very successful, but as a metric, not profitable, right? Like, they release a lot of stuff for free. The books with cards are often like the same price or cheaper than just D&D normal books. So it feels like if they wanted to, they could make a lot more money from this. They could be pumping out stuff just to make money, right? Like adventures and stuff. They could be doing like a new adventure paid every month, and that would like probably make them a lot of money. So I think it's like in D&D terms under monetized, but I wonder if it's just all part of this like Darrington Press Critical Role umbrella, where a lot of the funds that Critical Role makes from their actual play and from their store just gets rolled into Daggerheart and Darrington Press in general, so that they can keep making really good products and stay small, but have really good like community faith, like making good products that then feeds back into Critical Role. You know what I mean? A bit like how we have no idea how much D&D makes, but it's very obvious that I feel like with Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering is so successful that money is like falling over onto D&D and propping D&D up. But owning D&D and making D&D stuff has other benefits outside just the ability to make money on its own, like the IP and partnerships, like Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff, has so much potential to make a load of money other ways. But just the ongoing, like, we make a book every couple of months for D&D, and we made a whole new system, and we're doing this and this. The actual play, I feel like I wonder if Wizards of the Coast is like operating at a loss for the other benefits. But we just don't know. We just don't know. I understand why we don't know, but I wish we lived in a world where where companies in general were more transparent. Because that was my biggest issue. To get onto a different topic completely, to get onto the topic of D&D Beyond, and have you heard about the drops they're doing now? Where you have to be, if you subscribe, you get access to maybe new spells, maybe new little adventures, maybe like anything I can think of, they can like give you access to if you're subscribed. And it's probably cool stuff. But if you unsubscribe, you lose access to it, right? And if you, and there's no content sharing. So if you want it, it can't be that your GM gets it and the whole table has it. Every single individual person has to buy it at the table or be subscribed. There's obviously a way to get players to subscribe more, because they can't rely on the GM as much anymore. And with that, there was uproar, being like, this is like microtransactions, or it's weird, or it's just trying to get people, like trap people and all that stuff. And I see the argument there, but then the other side of the argument is like, well, look, if they just release this normally, like they would do other D&D content, where if one person is subscribed, they get access to it and they have it forever, and then they share it with their whole table, which is, I think, what most people want. If they do that, then it makes no money. And then they can't afford to keep doing it, so it goes away. So it's like, those two things, like, one I understand as like, okay, option A is that this is the only monetization method, or the easiest monetization method they could find to put out regular good content. And it just sucks that this is the best one they've found, but if they don't do it exactly like this, people just don't subscribe and they can't do it, right? Or the option B is like, they could do it any other way. They're making so much money anyway, doesn't really matter to them. This is greedy. And people who are pissed off think it's option B. They're greedy. The people who are like, chill, it's fine, are like option A. They probably need to pay the artists and the designers, and this is the only way they can pay them. Otherwise, it goes away. And that all comes down, like all that uproar and all that anger and all that confusion, all comes down to us just not knowing how much money D&D Beyond makes, you know? Because if we had that information, we could know if it was greedy or if it was like legitimate. Anyway, that's been my rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I don't fall either way on it. I'm not absolutely like angry at them for doing it, and I'm not stoked either, because we don't know. We just don't know if it's like a necessity or not. Because if they were like genuinely, we did the test. We tried like something like drops before, and one person would subscribe to us for $6 a month and then share it with 6 players, and then we would end up making like 1/6 of what we would make doing it the other way. And the 1/6 that we were making, we had to hire people on minimum wage. It was crappy. So I understand that argument of like, now we can hire people at a good wage and they get to make this stuff and you get to, you know, get it if you're subscribed. And it's like a monetization system that works for them. But then it's like, but also, did your CEO get $6 million in bonuses this year? That, like, if they had just taken a $1 million pay cut and just only got $5 million in bonuses, would that solve your problem? Would that be the easiest way to get the solution you want of being able to pay people? You know, we just don't know. We just have no idea. Anywho. I feel like Brennan would prefer playing a new system or a bunch in private before DMing. That as well, yeah. Not a lot of new playable stuff, but helpful tools. Yeah, I should say about the playable stuff as well, going back to the Downton Press announcement, we're getting a bunch of playables. They unfortunately, marketing-wise, kind of shot themselves in the foot slightly. But once again, I don't think they care too much. And that is that the biggest stuff in Hope and Fear are the ancestries and the subclasses, right? Those are the biggest things for like players that are going to change the game. And we've actually had access to versions of them for a while. Like at my table, I've had people play pretty much everything coming out in that thing from that point. Now for GMs, like, we're getting a bunch of new stuff. It's well worth it, I think, in like adversaries and environments and items and all that stuff. Same for players, but it certainly feels like I'm not as excited for this book because I kind of know exactly what's in it. You know what I mean? And there's no winning there. Like, what they gotta do? Hide everything until release. They needed to playtest it. But yeah, it can feel like there's no big announcements, but like literally, like on paper, in just a few months, we're gonna have a whole new core rulebook. And we're getting Age of Umbra as well. That should have been like a more solid announcement within there. They shouldn't have just released that earlier today. Listen to me say they shouldn't have. They're experts. They know what they're doing. But I don't know. I think it was a solid live stream. I think. What would I wanted out of it? I guess, obviously for my bingo, I guess I wanted more of the original Critical Role crew, but that's just me being needy. Wyvern, that stream was so good, yeah. Dapper, you just want more subclasses. I mean, how many? We're gonna have a ton for like the 1 year mark in August, right? That's like a core book. I would like specific subclasses. I would like and classes. I would like an artificer class. I think that's fair. I would like an artificer class, but what tables blocks do you want on the DM screen? Like a beginner and expert screen, 2-item progression. So, I mean, I've got my own. I'm gonna plug myself here because you can get this on my Patreon. But I've made my own printouts for this GM screen because this was the original GM screen they released with the limited edition core rulebook. I didn't like it very much. So I made this, and this has been really helpful for me. And it's just got like, you know, death moves and scars information here. It's got the average cost of like things, which I think is the most important thing for me on GM screens. So I know like if they want meals for all PCs for 1 night, it's a handful of gold. A standard inn room per night is 1 handful of gold. A carriage ride is 2 handful of gold. Luxury clothing is 1 bag of gold. Tier 1 equipment is this much. Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4 this much. I really like this because I'm so bad with currency in general in games. What happens on vests here? Ranges, including the squares on the battle mat thing. Improvising adversaries, really useful. Like, depending what tier, how much damage they would do normally, their difficulty, their thresholds. Same with environments. If you're ever just in a moment where you just don't have an adversary ready, you can just use these. Optimal GM mechanics, which in my mind aren't very optional. So fate rolls, fall and collision damage, underwater fighting, PC versus PC rolls, and then traits, like basic stuff, which I still find useful because I still fall back to, I was so D&D brain for so long that sometimes I'll say like perception instead of instincts. Conditions, and then just a quick reference for like how group action works and how tag team roles work. So that's what I want in an official GM screen. Honestly, just kind of that, but in like I want to see what they would do with that because they'd probably make it much more like, I don't know, just have it built into a GM screen in a cool way. But I don't know, what would you guys want to see on a GM screen? We knew they wouldn't mention it, but it's still very frustrating that they didn't say anything about the CGL issues. What in your mind, Arcady? What are the CGL issues right now? Because people come at this from different angles. Scaling up too fast is a great way to run a company into the ground. I agree. I do agree with that. This was just what was happening on Reddit. I have to say, in general, there goes my camera. It happened. Hold on, I've got a second one here. In general, I would say I'm very happy with Daggerheart's progression. Honestly, I think the biggest thing for me that was lacking was adventures, and it feels like we're about to get a bunch of them. Well, we will be getting a bunch of them for the rest of this year. And then it's just more of everything, and we're getting more of everything in Hope and Fair, you know? Because I was kind of like, I want more items. I want more consumables, adversaries, and environments. We're like getting all that. Like once Hope and Fair comes out, and we get a few adventures, we're going to be eating, you know? I'm going to be full the whole time. I'm sure WotC has an annual report. Look at those details. Then, yeah. Every domain needs at least 2 more abilities at every tier. I don't know if that's true. I'm sure like at some tables with some players they might want to be able to do more stuff. But I think in general, like when you get to higher levels, my players have been pretty happy with their abilities in general. So also depends how many people you're playing with and how often you've played. Like if you're playing a ton and you're doing lots of one shots and trying the same, like if you, I don't know, if you've just been through all the stuff, then yeah. But then we're getting newer like subclasses for that, you know, to try new things out. So I don't know. I missed the live stream. What was the Age of Umbra announcement? July 9th. July 9th is Age of Umbra Season 2. Cool cast as well. Very, very cool cast. Let's say I put out my cool adventure, and on page 2 there's 2 links. One lets you download the map and all your adversaries set up in your VTT of choice, and those same things as an import in Dame of Flame. That violates CGL, yeah. I want more domain cards, so any 2 wizards never need to look similar across years of play. Yeah. Yeah, and we've not got to years yet. Right? We've not got to years yet. So that's the thing. So it's not something that I'm worried about until we get to years. Like, it's not a priority to be like, oh, we need to get new stuff now so that in 4 years' time we have it. The CGL stuff, I'm a little bit more. I'm not too bullish on it, but simply because I'm the wrong person. Like, I understand. My heart goes out to like third-party creators. I'm a third-party creator myself, and I can obviously publish stuff just as a book, mostly no problem. But at the same time, I feel just so lucky that I can do that. Like, I'm not like desperate for more stuff to be able to do, if that makes sense. Like, I guess what I'm saying is it's just their prerogative to not want to allow, whatever reason they have, if they don't want people to be able to put stuff up on VTTs and make money from it, then I think that's their prerogative, you know? Now, if you are someone who uses VTTs a lot, and you're like, it would make my life so much easier, and I don't understand why they're not doing it. It's just making my life harder. Then, you know, you'd have a good argument against me, because I'm like, I don't know why they're not doing it. But then I'm just like, I'm the wrong person because I don't use VTTs that much. And I don't know. There's a weird world, which is that the fact that, like, in TTRPGs, that open game licenses are so common is, like, amazing. It's a dream come true. Yeah, I think we've started to take it for granted, you know? We're like, this game should have it, for sure, because other games have it, and this game's bad. And I've seen people go far to be like, it's immoral, it's awful, it's bad. And I'm just like, no, it's just how every other business ever operates. Like, they don't just let people make money off their IP for no reason. And I don't know. And there's an argument that's like, it's better for the community. It's better for, like, people will be playing it on BTTs. It's good. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but it's not enough to be like, I'm not saying you're like this, but I've seen people really get up in arms. I've seen people talk about Darrington Press like they're immoral and awful human beings because they can't make more money off their IP. And I'm just like, well, give it time. I'm sure they're planning something. There's no, I don't know. Neat. Age of Umbra is what sold you on Daggerheart, so you're pumped to watch too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially now that they've had more time with the game. I want to see, like, how Matt GMs and stuff. Oh, I have lots of patience for domain cards. It's something third-party people can do, but if those third-party people give me the ability to use those new cards on my online CGL, yeah. So Arcady, yeah, I understand your pain, but you play the game in such a specific way, you know, that not everyone else does. some huge portion of the hobby only play through VTTs now. All those people are stuck. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But there's no, like... Am I sounding like the bad guy? Am I the bad guy? It's just, you can't be entitled to it, you know? But maybe I'm misunderstanding the situation, but it feels like a new video game comes out, like Skyrim. There's a new version of Skyrim, or GTA 6 comes out, and then they say like, oh, by the way, you can make add-ons to this game and make money from it, which is freaking awesome, like mod support, right? But then they say, but please don't mod this stuff. And then people getting really annoyed at that. And it's like, well, it was cool that they let you do the other stuff, right? Is it not? But it's the same with the other thing we were saying. It's like, we don't know the full details. Now, if you wanted to like talk about like the fact that they should be better at communicating stuff and telling us why they're making decisions that they're making, then we can have a real conversation. I might agree with you there. I may just agree with you on that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. I'm the wrong person to talk about it because I don't play the game the same way you do. You know, it doesn't hit as close to home for me. Entering stuff into VTCs hasn't been too hard so far. We're definitely spoiled with the amount of open game licenses. Yeah. The problem is they already opened Pandora's box by having an SRD. They could have just stayed close to, like... They didn't open a... No, they... It's not like, oh, you opened a box, you have to go the whole way, you know? It's not like, oh, you did 75% cool stuff, but you're not doing 25% end cool stuff? I don't know. I think they're planning something, and we're going to get an announcement in like a month or two, and it's all going to make sense why they're doing what they're doing, you know? There's also other stuff going on. This is hearsay, and not the case in this scenario, because I don't know what's happening. But, like, imagine if there's a world where, like, a company is, like, annoyed that they can't do something, or third-party creators annoyed they can't do something specifically, and it comes out to light that, like, they're not... I don't know. The quality control is a thing that I think companies who own IPs should care about. They should care about quality control. And I think when you just let anyone make anything for anything, they lose that a little bit, right? Eventualize ahead that OGL is set up to protect themselves because they learned from Critical Role's time, where there have been multiple times where people have attempted some weird potential lawsuit things. Yeah, I assume, and could be wrong, that any official VTCs they partner with, which they announced they have a big list of, will be added to the OGL for creating things. Yeah, they just don't want to work with anyone and everyone, you know? And Foundry Born seems cool from what I hear, right? Because Foundry Born's the big one. But they're just, it's like, as far as I know, that it's modders. It's just people who are like making really cool stuff. But we don't know them. Certainly Darrington Press don't know them, just to give them access to like, yeah, sure, you know? But I also am aware that when I'm saying that, I kind of feel like a bad guy. I feel like I'm being unempathetic, and I apologize. It's something that I kind of want to sit down and really think about more and wrap my head around it. I might come back saying something different. But my stance is mostly just like a reaction to the big kickback from people, certainly on Reddit, who are like very annoyed at the situation, and it feels like they're kind of entitled a little bit to just be able to make money from this IP that, you know, they don't own or have any stakes in. Like, I genuinely believe this. If Daggerheart came out of the gate and said they weren't going to have an OGL at all, if they weren't going to have like an SRD at all, like a public one that anyone can use, I would have been bummed. But part of me would have just been like, fair enough, that's just a business decision, you know? It's just a business decision. And if I want to make content for a TTRPG, I just wouldn't do it on that one because I couldn't. But I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not playing Daggerheart because they've done that. It doesn't, the things don't correlate in my mind, you know? If I'm not mistaken, if you bought third-party products, then you use a VTT with a homebrew option, you can simply copy and paste it from what you got. I don't know, Maz. I don't know. I'm talking about something I don't understand, and that's something we all need to think about. We'll have Daggerheart 2E before we get GTA 6. Sad, but potentially true. Did my background change? My camera changed, because my camera died. Because it overheated. It's hot in here. Which, if I sound like I'm getting antsy, it's because it's very, very hot. Whew. You can see the sweat on me. Arthur, you've not looked at what's in Hope and Fear, so I'm going to be happy to get whatever's in it, notwithstanding my game's currently paused. Nice. Yeah, I wish I hadn't jumped into the void and played with all the stuff. You know? So I could experience it for the first time. The other thing which I think is really important, and now I might say something that might be the bad guy, because I'm going to agree with Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast for a second. For me, the OGL stuff with Wizards of the Coast, when they try to dial back this game license they had that allowed any third party creators to make money from their thing, awesome contract. The biggest issue for me wasn't that they were trying to do it. I understood that. They're losing so much money because of it, and they wanted to make Sigil. From a company's point of view, it was a smart idea. It was a jerk move. It was also impossible to do because the game license said they couldn't change it. And it got so much kickback from feedback that, of course, they should never do it. The issue was that if you believe, what was going on at the time, that they were trying to do it secretly during Christmas, and they were trying to force people to do it, and it was a way for them to make more money because it's under-monetized. All that stuff is bad. But there are probably execs in Wizards of the Coast who are just like, man, I wish they never did the OGL in like 2000 or whatever. I wish they never did that. Because if they never did that, we would have much more control over our own IP. Like, they don't have as much control over it anymore. And I can see a new company coming out and making a new book and being like a new game system and being like, let's not give away all the control just in case, because we can't pull it back. We cannot pull it back. And that's what I'd be scared about. I'm like, you'd end up with the same thing that, Hasbro was in, where they gave all the control away and they cannot physically get the control back now. So unless you need to give away more control, don't. That would be my advice to someone in that scenario. I'm like, you have a good reputation. You've not done anything wrong yet. Don't give away all the control because it's not smart for you. You don't need to do it, So that's kind of how I feel about that stuff. We've already had a product that had an ad read on CR that then had to be refunded to refund buyers because they goofed and given the adventure Foundry support. That's their fault for not reading the CGL well, but it points out how expectations don't match. That's the thing. It's the entitled. It's like the expectations. It's the entitlement to be like, oh, you can do this in other games, so therefore we should be able to do it in this game. And I just don't think it, tracks. If they said they wouldn't have an OGL, I wouldn't have cared and would have still bought it. But at this point, we've been led to water, then told we can't drink. You've been led to water, and you've been told you can't drink, like, too much. You've been told, like, drink, by all means. But, like, don't just, like, drink the whole lake up, right? I don't know. Genuine chat, am I in the wrong here? Am I making sense, or am I a bad guy? Because it's hard for me to tell sometimes. A company or person doesn't want to give every total access to IP. That's not good for business, and it's a great way to get your stuff stolen. Yep. Been using VR chat to play Daggerheart, and I have to say the system is nearly perfect for... Really? Ooh. I mean, one of the reasons WotC was the bad guy there wasn't because they wanted to rein it in. It's because they tried to take such large percentages of profit from things that had already been made. That as well. And they legally couldn't do it because the original OGL said it was irrevocable or whatever. You're making sense to me because I know about copyright and patent issues. Yeah. Yeah. The issue from the other side, so we know the company issue. The issue from the other side in this scenario is that you have creators, third-party creators, who want to make stuff for VTTs, sometimes have made stuff for VTTs, put the work in, and now people want that stuff, so they're like, but they can't get it, you know, and that sucks. But like, am I the bad guy if I say this? Like, don't make the thing if you can't. Don't, you know? It sounds like someone like made it and then put it out there and got people excited about it when it's like the whole thing is not possible to do. Like, I'm trying to think what the equivalent would be in the gaming sphere. Would it be like someone like taking Skyrim and then making their own version of the game, but like keeping like keeping so much stuff there, and then trying to sell it, and then getting shut down, and then like getting all the players like as a mob to be like, we demand that you allow us to keep playing this, and it's like, no. Even if the game they made is better, you know, even if it's like genuinely a fun, better experience, that's not on the original developers of the game to make it available just because it's like, just because they made it. If WotC had made Daggerheart, I'd be concerned, but Critical Role and Darrington have not once, to my knowledge, ever given any sign that can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of trust issues in the niche, in the TTRPG niche, and I think that's where a lot of it comes from. And with you, the complaints that they're not giving away the whole farm on a CGL does seem like entitlement, greediness. Yeah, expectations, certainly. The classic TTRPG issue of an expectation. If you patent a system, you have X amount of years to control. After that, it can go wild, wild west. I don't think you're in the wrong. Being brought to water is great, but that would be getting brought to a 5-star hotel pool than being brought to water. You're upset about the downgrade. We basically pick the world's avatars and basically physically play as our characters. It is super immersive, and because it lends itself to more of an RP style and lack of grids, Daggerheart works well. Oh, on VR? Man, I should try that. I should dust off my old headset, which is very old at this point. I'm someone who hates copyright as a fanfic writer, but this isn't someone shutting down creative expression. It's about making sure you're not taking money off their hard work. Is that what you mean, Maz? Recent video game with this same issue, Death Mist. One dev, too much for them, tried to close it. Steam PC games get so many whiners that mod support isn't available on day one. Ridiculous expectations spoiled. Yeah. Seems like sensible prudence on Darrington's part to not start with a fully permissive license. WotC demonstrated with the OGL that you can't roll these things back. Yeah, I think so. And we don't know what they're planning. They might be planning their own VTT in the back line, you know? They might be doing something like that where it's, you know, whatever. Granted, I'm not good at business stuff. Yes, me neither. I'm not a professional. And I am a Daggerheart and Darrington Press fanboy. But that's the other thing I've noticed. I have noticed Foundry has a lot of, like, all these different things within our industry have fanboys. Like, I learned that when we did, when I did, like, the Hero Forge stuff. When Hero Forge tried to put Daggerheart stuff behind a paywall. And I was like, that makes me sad. Because I don't want my Daggerheart minis to cost more than my D&D minis. Because it's Daggerheart, you know? Because you maybe can get more money out of the Daggerheart fans. Because there's no thing there. And the amount of Hero Forge people, fanboys is the wrong term because there's negative, but like fans of that service who use it often, who were coming into the live stream when I was talking about it, being like, "You're an idiot. This is Darrington Press's fault. Hero Forge needs to do this." And I'm like, I don't want to fight with you here. I'm just like, let's just hear both sides, and they wouldn't hear it, you know. Daggerheart doesn't deliver to your country. How do I get it? I do not know, Jazz, for that. I don't know what the best way for you to get it would be. Depends on your country as well. Apparently, I'm also bad at phrasing. I'm supposed to be a writer. Dude, you're fine. If Critical Role did Beacon, Darrington's probably got their own BCC on the horizon. Yeah. I don't know what they're planning, and I don't think they do either. I think they're still figuring out the longevity of the system, because you can't plan so insanely ahead on just like on a successful launch and like a good first year. You need to know if it's going to be seasonal. Are there going to be ups and downs? Is it going to be like you have a boost of stuff every 5 years, but the rest of it is quite chill, which I think is kind of what happens with D&D. It's like it comes in waves of success, right? So if they're going to decide to make a VTT or do something huge, they need to wait a little bit to see how like the profit margins look long term. They can't just like put a bunch of money into that, because then if everyone just stops playing Daggerheart, like, you know, next year, then they're money down. So there is kind of like a waiting game. There's a strategy there. But then if they do decide, if they are like, you know what, let's make a VTT in 3 years' time, then they can't, because every other VTT also has access to everything they do because of the SRD, you know? But interestingly, from that live stream, the vibe I did get when they were talking about putting Hope and Fear into the SRD so anyone can kind of use it, the vibe I got was that they're not going to be putting new stuff, like new books and things, in the SRD after that point, which I think is fair. But are we going to run into the same thing? You know, are they going to create a new adventure with, key example, they're going to release the Blood Hunter, and it's not going to be in the SRD, and then are all the third-party creators, all of them, including me, are we going to get really annoyed because we can't use the Blood Hunter? Like, we have to prepare ourselves for that. That's a possibility, and it would be fair for them to do that. So, we'll see. Sometimes when people have strong feelings about things, they don't like hearing the other side, yes. And I have to be aware that that also happens with me as well. So if I'm ever here asking, am I the bad guy, does this sound normal? It's because I need that sanity check to be like, am I just fanboying? Daggerheart staff today showed us that they're just getting the first boat tied to the dock, right? Yeah. Yes. It's so easy for this stuff to go a different direction. you know? So they got to make sure they're doing everything right. Can I recommend any good Daggerheart actual plays besides Age of Umbra? Based on... I mean, yes, I can. I think Rigmarole, which is one that I discovered recently, is really imaginative and cool the way they're doing stuff. If you're just looking for entertainment purposes and inspiration, you know, if you're looking to like learn the game, that's a bit harder. But just entertainment, inspiration, Rigmarole really impressed me. Then you just have the big ones like Legends of Adventurous did one, the Viva Le Dirt League. Why have I gone blank? Did one as well. I think that one is still ongoing. What other ones have I seen and liked? There's a few. There's certainly a few out there. So reactions Sablewood is excellent. Stop. Now, my live plays are bad currently on my part. My players are great. As a GM, I've got a lot to learn. I'm going to get better though. I'm just getting started. I can't wait to run this new adventure as well. So, but honestly, the Sablewood Messengers and also officially like my first actual play that I did, because I've only done 2, the feedback's actually been really cool. I thought people were going to be a lot meaner, just because I know how YouTube comments work. And that first one has got thousands of views. I think it's like still getting views. It's at 7K now. May even go past 10K and beyond. So I'm genuinely grateful for everyone who's like tuned in to check that out and watch it. And earlier this week, I took the second one we did, the Sablewood Messengers. I don't know if you guys saw, but I tried to do a hybrid thing where I kind of like summarize parts of the actual play and then and talk about like the adventure, and I intercut that with scenes from the actual play itself, because I was like, do I edit down this actual play that's like 3.5 hours long to be just like a 2-hour long actual play and put it on YouTube, or do I transform it in some way? Do I add like commentary on top of it and then summarize some of the more like the longer bits, you know, like parts of the combat? And I think it was cool, but I'll see if people like it, because I think people would have been okay with me just like putting the full thing up on YouTube, and then maybe like making another video that was me talking more in depth about the adventures separately. So I'm playing around with it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you people who checked that out. Are there YouTube channels that stream their Daggerheart gameplay besides Critical Role? There's a few. I think Rigmarole... Oh, you mean like live stream it? I don't know about live streaming it. They must exist. I bet if I go on Twitch right now and search Daggerheart. Please ignore that. You probably hear my echo because I'm watching myself. So under Daggerheart right now, there are 3 other streams, as well as mine. And I don't know if... It looks like 2 of them are definitely a live stream. Here. Oh, yeah, my camera... Oh, yeah, my camera's down. But yeah, it's obviously nowhere near as popular as, like, D&D is still. May never be. But stuff exists out there. But I don't think there's anyone, like, you know, huge in that world. Wait, what happened to chat? My interpretation was if they make something that they think will be integral to either the mechanics of the game or the world building and lore, it'll probably be added to the license, right? Or at least anything with Blood Hunter would need to be for free. We'll see what they do. Jesse Martin, what's happening? I think it's because they want people to have access to the newer mechanics and probably won't happen again until there's a huge change to the mechanics. Yeah, I think they just want to give third-party creators enough content that they can like take it and build stuff with. And once they have that content, like they won't do it anymore, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. Oxventure has done a one shot. I know High Rollers also did like 1 or 2 one shots as well. But these are all like, they're not like long running campaigns. I had to hard out of rigmarole when I started only doing hope and fear on actual ability rolls. All the rolls generated nothing, and that's not Daggerheart. Yeah. But they are very creative with a lot of the other stuff they're doing. Yeah, Legends of Advantage did one. Daggerheart channels I know of: Blade-Bound Saga, The Pocket Dimension, The Faint Divinities, The Dice Rolleth, Nico DiGallo, and the Welsh GM. Yeah, there's definitely more. Yeah. We all have things to get better at. I recorded actual plays of Avatar Legends before. I have things I'd changed with the Daggerheart one me and my friend started, but haven't finished. It's been months. Yeah. For me, it's the live thing. It was more comfort. It was more just feeling comfortable running the game. And unfortunately, because it's so hot here now, I'm not comfortable right now talking to you guys. And I was talking to you guys. So I can imagine we are going to do another one soon, probably next week. Look, if you want to see a sweaty mess, that'll be me. That'll be me running the new Daggerheart adventure. What's the biggest thing you've learned about running Daggerheart? For me, enemy abilities are more important than its stats. Interesting. For me, my biggest takeaway that I would take into all other TTRPGs if I moved away from Daggerheart is probably like... Honestly, I mean this. Daggerheart has trained me to be better at improvisation. And I thought I was okay at it before, but when I would play something like D&D, I always felt like I had to rely a lot more on stuff, you know? Like, I would be like, okay, but I need a list of names, and I need some random tables, just in case, like backup. If I need them, I can just look at those tables and do all that kind of stuff. And since playing Daggerheart, I'm much more willing to be like, I don't need that stuff because I can come up with something. And I can, and it's a mix of a few things. One is like the holding gently thing. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect. So like, who cares if I call an NPC Boblin the Third? You know, if I don't have that long list of names, who cares? I can call them, you know, Contro Post Note. That's the name of the NPC, Contro Post Note. And that doesn't really matter. And I do think, yeah, the biggest things that Daggerheart's kind of taught me is that, it's okay to, like, for things not to be perfect. And also, it's more fun, almost. And what else has it taught me? It's just kind of taught me, like, you don't have to be putting on as much of a show for your players as, you know, something like D&D is not necessarily true, and many people don't play it like this. But when you read the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook, the vibe is that the GM is like the most competent person in the room, at all times, and is very much like the teacher, the leader, the person in charge, and the parent, and the storyteller, and the world builder, and you're going to wear all these hats, and hopefully a good game is your players going, wow, that was so cool how you did all that. And since I started playing Daggerheart, it's more like, this stuff needs to get done, I understand it, but like, I'm going to rely on the players to wear that hat. I'm going to rely on the players to help out with that. This might not be perfect, who cares? I didn't do any prep, it's fine. Let's see what happens, and if it's bad, we'll massage it into something okay, but we'll all have a great time from it. So that's kind of been my biggest takeaway with Daggerheart, I think. Just off the top of my head. That's what it feels like anyway. And if I were to go back and I was like going to play the Cosmate RPG or Draw Steel or something, I would have that mindset where I'm just like, players, just so you know, I'm going to be like bouncing off you and collaborating with you because it makes my life 10 times easier. And if I ever come across a player who's like, I don't want to do that, and I'm like, you don't want to make my life 10 times easier? Then we can have a conversation about that, because that's crazy. That's crazy. No, I like it better that it's half AP and half me explaining it. Good to know, Arthur. Maybe I just need to come up with a better thumbnail title and to pull people in, because that not getting as many views as I would like. Dicescape is one as well, the actual players. Even a writer-actor improv is still a weak point, and Daggerheart definitely has been helping. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to pin down because there's many things going on, but it truly does just feel easier to run and more fun to not hold on as tightly. I think that's really it. It's like, don't hold on as tightly to all this stuff. Like, just don't grip it and hold too tightly. And when I see a lot of like, sometimes it's Reddit stories, like horror stories. Sometimes it's in my own comments. I'll see comments from people who I'm like, they're just like, you shouldn't do that, or this is bad advice because of this, or whatever. And I read the comment and I'm like, in my mind, I'm just like, you're holding on too tightly. You're holding on too tightly. Like, the way you GM, there's too much ego, there's too much pride in the way you GM and the way you do things, that you think you're doing it perfectly and that everyone else has to do it the same way as you. I'm just like, you've got to let go of that. You've got to hold on gently, as they say. I might be using that term wrong from what's in the core rulebook. I know it's more about like holding on to like the narrative gently, but I think in general, yeah, just don't hold on too tight. For me, I'm still trying to master it, but learning to make GM moves using narrative triggers more than mechanical triggers, such as players failing or rolling with fear. Yeah. It's hard getting used to Daggerheart's low prep, no prep nature. It is hard. And you can play Daggerheart with high prep as well, you know? The way I play it and the way I advocate for it is low prep because I prefer it that way. But if you're someone who likes prep, you can still do that and you can still play it a certain way. But for me, that was difficult to wrap my head around, but now that I'm doing it, I just don't want to go back. And when I've been doing the actual plays, the first actual play I did very little prep. But for Sablewood Messengers, I actually did a lot of prep there. Like, I read through it a few times, and I was, like, figuring out what kind of each act, what happens in each act, things I could do. I went and sat down in a coffee shop for, like, an hour or 2 hours just like going through this small adventure that is designed just to be played and just read, right? So I over prepped for Sablewood, but it was because it was an actual play and I wanted to do it justice and give people like a taste of it. So I was like, I want to do it properly, because normally what I would do is I would start at the start of Sablewood and then the story would just go off. And I'd stop using the adventure and I'd just be creating it with my friends. But I'm like, well, that's not running the adventure anymore. That's just using it as a starting point. So I did more prep for Sablewood, but the prep I was doing was different than in D&D. If I had like I've ran D&D modules and adventures before, the way I would prep for that is much more stricter and set in stone. And with the Sablewood adventure, when I was saying like I was trying to figure out what happens in each scene, it was like, what's the vibe? What's the idea behind it? Rather than when you do that with when I was doing that with like a D&D adventure, it'd be more like, okay, this happens, then this has to happen, and this has to happen. But I think that is just how the adventures are laid out. You know, with Sablewood, you can skip things, you can move things around very easily. Like when you enter the village in Sablewood, the Daggerheart Quick Start adventure, it's just like, here's a bunch of NPCs, the players can meet any of them, and then they end up in a tavern, and they get this information. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So then I'm just learning about the NPCs, I'm picking like my favorites and stuff. And if that was a D&D adventure, certainly the ones, you know, I've played, like official ones, it would be more like the players go here and they meet this person. Here's a ton of information about this person. You know, what should they know about this? So, yeah, I don't know. In a weird way, it doesn't feel like there should be that huge of a difference between those kind of adventures, but there's just a lot of choices made that make it a big difference. Oh, is Alchemy coming out tomorrow on Daggerheart? Oh. Multiculturalist. How's it going? I was amazed at how much I skipped in my one shot I ran on Sunday. They really surprised me in how they affected the story. Yeah, and you want to go find out what happens. It's great. So true about the GM wing assumed as parental complete. Yeah, in other TTRPGs, not all of them, but certainly a big one comes to mind. There is a level of that, like, oh, in D&D, the dungeon master is the parent. They are in charge. If there's any issues that come up during the table, if anyone's uncomfortable, if there's any like issues there, then the DM has to step in and solve that. Right? That's a very common thing. It's like, hey, me and my player got in a big fight, or I'm a player in a game, I got in a big fight with another player in D&D, and we were like, we got really angry with each other, and the other player stormed out, and now won't play anymore. You know, am I the asshole? And all the comments will be, the DM should have done something. It's like, the DM? What? The DM's doing other stuff. This is a fight between two players. Like an actual out-of-game fight. Why is the DM controlling this? And it's because it's set up for that DM to be the master and in control and the parent. And to a certain extent, like, Daggerheart is like that as well. Like, the GM is always going to have the final say of this stuff, but they're just closer in line to being like a partner with the players than, say, D&D. Which is really healthy, because the downside of the D&D thing, because there are a lot of DMs out there who like having the power, and it's fair enough, you know, power to them. They like having the power, and there's a lot of players out there who like not having any power, and are just there to be like, you know, play a game and have fun with zero responsibilities. The problem with the dynamic is that when you have the DM as someone who is like, I'm the parent, it makes the players just kind of like fall into the child role more easily. And they become more chaotic, they become more unruly, they become more like that kid nature, in the same way like any family dynamic that happens. Like, even if you know, I'm almost 40, and if I go home and for Christmas with my parents and my brother, I fall back into that vibe of just being the annoying younger brother kid. It just kind of happens. I think that happens at D&D tables. And that's why, in that game specifically, you end up hearing a lot of stories of players just being like acting like kids and being jerks. But that's just a theory, at least. That's a game theory. There's also a variation of bean soup theory, most prevalent on the Reddit, where people see someone say or play Daggerheart in another way and they don't like it, then react as if someone is trying to make... Hold on. Trying to make them play the exact same way and it'll somehow ruin their table. It's weird, yeah. On the Reddits and the internets in general, and sometimes my comment section, and I'm used to this now because I've been making content about, like, you know, Critical Role for a while. Some people just hate Critical Role to this day. Like a visceral hate. It's like, dude, have they hurt you personally? You know? Has Matthew Mercer come to your home table and punched you in the face? They hate Critical Role. And there's like a lot of theories to why I think that is, and I'm sure you guys have the same. But it's just like a symptom of that. It's just like a consequence of that hatred, that people hate Daggerheart with a passion. You kind of want to run Sablewood and run it flavored for your homebrew setting. Yeah, I think Sablewood is made up of a lot of really good parts, which I think is what Daggerheart Adventures need to be. But it means you can just take those parts and throw them anywhere. So for me, my favorite Sablewood stuff was the initial ambush combat. And I think I would take ideas from the Village of Hush, and then I think the final combat is really fun. And you can just like lift the final combat out of that and kind of drop it anywhere. So, and reflavor it, which I really like. I'd recommend doing that rather than just like, you know, running the whole thing. Did I jot down story goals or beats? For the Sablewood one, no, because I had the axe from the adventure itself, you know, axe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I kind of, what I did for that was I was like noting down like each, yeah, I was noting down what the beats were. I was like, what happens in axe 1, what happens in act 2, act 3, act 4, act 5, why does that happen? Do I need act 1? Can I merge acts 1 and 2? That kind of thing. When I played the game, the other one, which was a bit more improvised, I had the start set up, which was like, original, I know, they start in a tavern, but it was going to be a bar fight. And I got excited about that, and I prepped the bar fight. I had the environment for the bar fight. I had the adversaries and stuff. And then I was like, then they'll get kicked out the bar. And that will be almost like a set piece. Unless they decided to do something wildly different, they're going to get kicked out the bar for fighting. And when they get kicked out, they're going to go to this bulletin board. And the bulletin board is going to have a bunch of quests that they can do. And they'll choose one of those. And I remember talking to my players beforehand and being like, by the way, just be willing to work together as a team and be like money motivated. Like, you're poor, you're willing to take any quest for money, you need money. Because I remember saying that because I was like, oh man, if they just don't want to take a quest, I'm screwed. So I had the quest board, and I had a bunch of stuff on there, and I also told the players, if you can think of any quests, a bounty on someone's head, or jobs, something that's tied into your backstories, something you'd be interested to do. Have you watched an anime or a film recently and they do something cool, like a heist or something, you want to try that? And I had a bunch of adversaries that were built, that I was building for my, for a book I'm working on. So I had these adversary stat blocks, but I could have easily just used stat blocks in the core rulebook very easily. And I was like, okay, here's the main thing that they're going to see is that there's like 2 different kind of gangs they can go for. Like they've got bounties on the heads of these gang members, and I remember not prepping but like thinking a lot about like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if there was a gang that was like all these, like they were named after metals. It was inspiration taken from One Piece, where they've got like the bad guys are all called, you know, Miss Sunday, and you know, Mr. 2 or whatever. It's like a system. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool to do something like that. So I had that idea, and I kind of just vomited it all down in like 10 minutes. And that was kind of it. I was just like, we'll just see where it goes. We'll let them choose their quest. Some quests are more built out than others. And if they go somewhere in a direction that I'm really not prepared for, I'll just tell them, hey, this was something I'm not prepared for. What do you think would happen now? You know, where do you think you would go now? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, with my prep normally for stuff like that is like, it's less like I need to know what's going to happen at all points, and it's more like, you know what would be cool if that could happen? This. Let me think about that for a second. Oh, it'd be cool if this happened. Let me think about that for a second. But if none of that happens, it's fine, because they'll find something else cool. Mr. Zero and Miss All Sunday. I hate how long-winded 5e adventures are written. It's like studying for an exam. Mate, I'm the same way. Just reading, the official adventures, you look at a chapter and you have multiple. I don't know off the top of my head, but sometimes it feels like there's like a good, 20 pages of textbook that you have to read before your adventure, that you have to know what's happening. And then you don't just have to read it, but you kind of do have to note down stuff, because some stuff's important to know and understand it's connected and stuff. And I'm just not very academically inclined, so I'd always struggle with that. I'd much rather rely on like my own thinking. Phil, you should run a game of during Daggerheart week at 401 Games. You know what, Noah? I might actually be down for that. I don't know. I should reach out, because I'd love to like develop a relationship with them anyway. It's my like local game store. The Baroque works, indeed. What's that noise? I'm getting raided? I never get raided. Plutarch Rogers, thank you for the raid with 9 viewers. Obviously, you just finished the stream. You get out of here, go get some food. And if you guys are, from the chat, welcome in. You also don't need to stay. No, the raid did its job, and I really appreciate it. But we're just talking about Daggerheart and tabletop role-playing games in general, and having some fun. But yeah, welcome in. Hopefully that was a good stream. Thank you for the follow. 2 pods in 1p. Phenomenal name as well. Wordy Girl, hello. Plutarch, hello. Hey, I saw Daggerheart and it clicked raid. I appreciate it. I've never run a book or a frame. They seem both daunting and restrictive. Is that weird? No. They're definitely restrictive. It's more just for people who... some people just like having that structure. Some people like having a structure of like a module. Other people don't. I remember when I first started, and I'm probably still this way inclined, I just got lazy, but I really liked running adventures just to have that like framework. And then there's like a beginning, a middle, and the end. And I would look through and I'd find canon points. I think about when I ran like my first campaign was God, what's the name of it now? It's the Critical Role one that's set in Call of the Netherdeep. I ran Call of the Netherdeep, and it starts in a really cool festival where the players get to go around. There's mini games and there's fun, and they get pulled into this almost tournament arc where they have to go and do this challenge for the festival, and then they get. Long story short, they get teleported onto this much bigger quest, and I love that start so much. Man. This is a great start. And then after that, they end up going to some caravan situation where they travel to a new city, and then from there they go somewhere else. I was reading through, and I was like, this is okay. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to rush through these. Because one of the chapters they go to this like dark temple, this evil demon dark temple. And I was like, that's freaking cool. They're going to go to that. They're going to go there. So I rushed through that, got them there, skipped a ton of stuff. And then from there, they chose to go in a different direction. And I was like, well, let's see where they go. And then we started going off wildly and randomly in the world of Wildmount and just making our own stories up. And then it got to the point where I was like, we're a little bit too far off here. And I was like, how do I pull it back to the adventure? And I found another place near the end of the adventure where I was like, oh, they can just go to that town now. And we can just start this section. And then we can finish it up. And I liked that a lot. I liked having, you know, that foundation, that groundwork. And I liked knowing that if I go too far off track, I can pull it, you know, rein it back in. But something about just improvising everything with your players and just seeing where it all goes. I don't know, I'm in love with it now. Alright, 2 pods, have a good night. Oh, you were world building for your Daggerheart homebrew. What's the vibe of the homebrew campaign? Netherdeep, yeah. Adventures go out the window when your players are supposed to go left and they go through a wall or something crazy, but makes sense and should work. Yeah. For me, it's just like, you hit a point in an adventure and you're like, I would have done it like this. Oh, wait, I can just do it like that. Like, this isn't a TV show where I have to sit there and be like, it's a good choice, but like, it would be cool if this happened. When you're a GM, you can just be like, you know what? The adventure, good idea, but actually, I'm gonna make this guy the big bad. You know, I'm just gonna take this random NPC and make him evil, and we'll just see what happens with that. I'm back. What did I miss? Nothing, Dragon. So nothing at all. We were just all complimenting you non-stop. It's like a fantasy world that's slowly progressing into more fantastical sci-fi. Love that. Do you have and this is just for chat in general because I've been trying to find something. Do you have like a word for technology in your fantasy world? Do you just call it technology, or like is it like? For me, I kind of go with like technomancy, where it's a mix of like, yeah, it's science and technology, but it's kind of like the way people understand it and developed is closer to how they understand and develop magic. So a fantasy world that's fighting becoming a sci-fi world. That is very cool. Very, very cool. You know what we never freaking did? Go do this quick because I'm starting to get a headache. I need to get rid of my calm overlay. Let's check out this real quick. Let's say that I want to take a level 1, a tier 1 acid burrower, and I wanted to create. It did not change any of this stuff though, which is unfortunate. Right? No. Which is fine. But they have the ability to know that like if a tier 1's damage is normally 2d6, then a tier 4 would be, you know, whatever it would turn into. But that is very, very cool. I mean, just this alone, these numbers are such a pain. So I love that. Did it change the experience? No. That's fine. But this stuff. Yeah, it's just these numbers. Literally these numbers. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's got technology if it has no magic, because there's some basic tech that's not technomancy. Okay, I love it. You're a mage if you mix technology and magic, but you're a wizard if you practice magic alone. That's pretty cool. The world wasn't intended to be that way, but the characters my players created were very sci-fi based and a fantasy, so I ran with it. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. That's Daggerheart, baby. You just found the acid burrow. They almost died. Dude, the acid burrow was the first creature that I ever ran in Daggerheart. And it's probably the case for a lot of new people because it's the first one in the core rulebook. First tier 1 monster. I almost killed my players as well because it has like direct damage or something, right? I can't read. And it's got like a thing that does direct damage, or it can make the players like vulnerable. Like it can do a lot of stuff. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's been one of the only adversaries, I think, in the core rulebook that I've used that is solo, that feels solo. You know, that feels like it's a good threat on its own. You get a good environment next to it, and you're good. That and the flicker fly. I also had some issues with the flicker fly being very powerful. But what can you do? Right. I think I'm going to end my stream because I'm getting quite the headache. And I think what we can do is throw out a very quick raid. Nope, that is French. Yeah, I hit my limit. It's so hot in my room that I just walked into a wall of exhaustion. Though it's usually around the 3 hour mark. So if you're on Twitch, stick around for a second, let's raid. But if not, thank you for stopping in. It's been a really fun stream. And I've really enjoyed myself. So I hope you have done too. We will raid into some people playing Daggerheart by the looks of it. Thank you, Ridder Girl. Yes. Catch you guys next time. Have a good one.